Plus Montezuma and Civ 6.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I know.
Don't worry about whatever
Oh,
shenanigans
there's
we're
two
talking in the
spelling.
background.
That's the English spelling.
Montezuma,
But the ass-
really?
Yeah. According
Yeah.
to Google AI,
Uh.
however accurate that is.
Yeah, because you're mixing.
Wait, and also,
Montezuma.
one more thing, Ram. Did Arla get a new PC? I saw it.
She wants to get a
Wait.
laptop, but probably next year.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Anyways,
There's a Reddit
hello
post.
Oh yeah,
everyone.
guys, when are we going to play Battlefield 6 multiplayer?
Oh yeah, it's free, right?
During it's free, yeah.
I forgot it's free.
Don't give me a date.
Until
I'll join.
December 1. It's until December 1.
We can do it
Free
anywhere
trial.
next week. It's fine.
Anyways.
Anyways.
November 25 to December 2. Anyways, let's go back to the topic.
Hello, gamers. How are you doing
Oh.
on this fine day? It's morning for me. For these guys, it's like night.
Yeah, it's
9:30 p.m.
9:30. Yeah.
Oh my god. It's oh my god. How's everyone doing
I hate
today?
these kind of
How are you doing
pictures, bro. I sent it on DM group chat. I hate these kind of pictures, bro. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Important announcement title, and it's that big. It's a picture like that. Fuck. Fuck.
Yeah, looking at the horizon or at the viewer, white
Yeah.
fucking background. I hate it.
Before we begin, again, we have some trigger warnings that we have to put in here. Oh my god. What is Crafton doing, bro? What the fuck is Crafton doing? Crafted sub story, be crazy, holy shit.
Let's put that in
I-
Discord
I-
chaos.
I remember like telling him, dude, hop on deadlock. We're waiting for you. Like, wait a second, I need to invade Poland. Hold on.
Oh my god. Content warning. What is the thing? World War II stuff or child endangerment.
Children.
Body horror. All that. If you're not into that stuff, I'm sorry. My bad,
Putting that on
OG.
Discord chaos. For
Sorry, y'all.
these, here, this thing.
And if in case it wasn't clear, there we go. We put like a little text box over there, which just says what you're gonna be encountering. If you're not into that, if you don't find that if it's too much, you can just leave. It's okay. It's all right.
We're not forcing
Um,
you to stay.
Like
If
how
you
you-
are
like how you're
triggered
calling
for
it
this-
Yelling for a
shenanigans.
treat. A funny snake. Have you read this story before? A funny snake that eats cheese.
I believe.
What a name.
I believe so that he read the story before.
What a name. How are you doing? Thank you for the likes. Thank you very much. Thank you. We are on the 18th post out of like 100 or something. And this is
Gonna
only
take a
part
while.
1. We're gonna be here a while.
Oh, Creepcast.
Oh, Creepcast. Oh
Hey,
yeah.
that's also where I got the story from.
I saw the thumbnail, but I
When you
didn't
gonna
watch
meet-
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're reading it on our own for the funny. I say funny, but it's very traumatic every once in a while.
Do we
do
start
we do a
from the
recap
18th post?
Yeah, we start
Yeah.
from the 18th. After the 18th.
after the 18th?
So the
Do we
19th.
want to do a recap of where we are, or do they just watch the
Cramps.
VOD as homework?
Just so that all of us are also on the same page, we can do a recap.
Okay, so we know a bunch of stuff. We know about the flesh interface. We know what that is. We know how it's created. We know what it does. We know that it's like a portal to another world.
And it looks like a throat.
I like the other description, to be honest.
It
Okay.
looks like a vagina.
How can we describe this? You know Pennywise from the latest It movie, right?
Yeah,
You know that one part where he opens his mouth
yeah.
and they reveal that those 3 lights.
Mm.
I think let's just think of the way that's how the quote unquote portals are imagined, and also faith as well that,
Yeah,
that
that
he
is true.
mentioned before. So we can have those two
Portal
as the
opens
Yeah, that's like how we could imagine what these quote unquote flesh interfaces look like
Did
in our
y'all
minds when reading this.
Yes, we did. That was the story about the Manson cult. That's where we
Yep.
got it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we did
Funny
reach
Snake
that part.
Funny Snake says a very important comment. Did y'all get to the uh how do I say
To those
those
guys.
guys with how do I say
To
those
the
guys?
what were they called in
Crafted
documentaries?
PGN.
No,
Oh,
no, no,
this
no, no.
Current
What,
this shit is gonna
what,
get demonetized the second we finish this, so we whatever. Did
Towers.
y'all get to the
The act,
Nazis?
the Axis party. There we go, the Nazis. Yeah,
There we go. Yeah, whatever.
What the
we did.
hell?
We did hear
Look
about
look at the
them.
review. Look at the review in chat.
Mm.
If y'all never read a favorite dreams, wait, which one? What review?
The latest this
Yeah,
message is
see that.
held
I
for
see that
review.
one.
Wait, why? I don't see that. I don't
You
see
don't
I
see
that.
that? Refresh your chat.
Bro, you
I
not a
refreshed it
mod,
and I
man?
don't see it. I think only mods see it. I don't see that.
What?
That's crazy. Anyways,
Anyways,
yeah.
if you want more context, you can just watch the evil. Oh my god, bro. I mean, I guess that's true. But yeah,
Mhm.
we did get to that. Again, if you want a recap, a more detailed recap, you can just watch the first part. It's on the live stream bots over there. Right now,
Hopefully
we're gonna
we will
continue.
make like highlights for just the
Yeah.
story though, just to make it more
And I'm,
palatable.
and how should I say this? I'm sorry that I was the one that caused delay for this episode because
Yeah, how
I
dare
had
you?
no 1 week of internet, by the
How
way.
dare you?
1 week of no internet,
Damn.
and
What?
How dare you have
a lot
no
of things happened. Dude, fuck Converge.
estimation?
Oh my god. Hold
I
on.
use
Contact,
PLDT. It's
dude.
not any better.
I
PLDT is just
contact
as
them
bad.
every single day just to get my internet back.
Oh
Every
my
single
god, bro.
fucking day, like 6 hours every time.
I might have.
Oh my
Hold on.
god.
Let me delete some stuff because my storage is running out. So just in case, we might
I
need to
think
do
I
that.
also did. I may also have to sacrifice Helldivers too. I needed to have like a different
No, not
storage.
Helldivers.
There we
Um,
go.
because I wanted to download Battlefield 6 so I can join you
Uh,
guys.
And also, other thing, if I don't read your chats very often, it's because we're reading the story. I know I wouldn't want to read the Bible, but we will read your chats eventually. So that if we're reading something and you feel you're being ignored, and it's because we're reading the thing. Just
Yeah,
a
how dare
warning.
you?
How dare you ignore me? You're supposed to only communicate with me.
You're the streamer. I gave you all the money.
This is so
He's very
sad.
sad.
Anyways,
Shall we
Um,
begin?
let's
reading
do it
first?
to it.
Who's reading first?
I don't know the other word we
Should
left
we go
off.
by?
I think
I don't think
I
we-
read this one
we
and then it looped back to Antlee and then Redmond and then I.
Yeah, I
So-
think I read the last one, so I can continue doing the next two, and then we can loop to. Was it you, right? You were. It was me, you, and then Red. I think was the order.
I think so.
Was that
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll read this one, and then next is Ram, and then next is okay. So, part. What was it? Post number
19.
19. There you go. So, post number 19 titled Embrace. Oh, it's this one. Okay, a
is
little
so
context.
ominous.
I have listened to I think 40% of the story and I know this one. So this one's going to be quite the doozy. Embrace. Watching the flesh interface process known as Embrace is kind of like watching those Japanese subway groping videos. That that was
I-
honestly the first thing I thought when I watched it, but of course,
Hold on.
I wasn't going to put that in the official report.
So let's add sexual assault to trigger warning.
Let's say.
So let's add that.
Just do it. Just do it the way how Ray William Johnson do it. Just put SA on it. Just
would you-
SA.
I remember this entry. I remember this one. So, okay. You've you ever seen those videos? Oh, well, you wouldn't admit if you had seen it, right? It's a whole genre over there. Not the most progressive stuff in terms of gender equality, but compelling nonetheless. The videos start with a woman standing in the subway, minding her own business, when some guy starts feeling her up. She protests demurely and attempts to deflect his roaming hands, and he persists. Other men on the subway, perhaps sensing her weakness, join in with the groping. A sort of group madness takes over the subway occupants. The men are transformed from ordinary travelers into an agglomerated mass of arms and hands and fingers, grabbing every part of the woman's body. The woman's attempts at protecting her personal space are always absurdly ineffectual, and soon she is divested of her clothing. Depending on the video's subgenre, a variety of acts ensue, most of which surely violate local transportation statutes. Embrace is kind of like that. That combined with School of Piranhas stripping a live cow of its flesh. So,
Mm.
recap of this.
The fuck?
Um,
What? What a start!
yes. So, a little recap of this. This explains or describes something, a phenomena that
Hey,
happens within
Bender,
the
how are you
flesh
doing, my dude?
interfaces, similar to how there
Thanksgiving.
was a
Happy Thanksgiving to you, buddy.
phenomena called
Hope you have a good one.
encasement.
I'm sorry this is the first thing
Um,
you see, though.
this other phenomena is called embrace. So this is the person making this report, probably part of the CIA, either like scientist or maybe just an agent, um, would would what's the word? Compare this to, as you said, the Japanese groping videos, where the woman just gets completely covered in arms and like despite her protest, despite her attempts at deflecting the advances, it's futile. But instead of arms grabbing you and ripping you of your clothing, it's a flesh tunnel, like, and it's like ripping you to shreds, like a school of piranhas. And no matter how hard you fight, it's ultimately futile as you're torn like from everywhere all at once. So there's two things that happens when you enter a portal. Either you enter and you come back fine, and sometimes you come back encased in a placenta with a uterus lining,
Mhm.
or you don't come back and you get ripped to shreds. So this is what that's describing.
Which is the embrace right here.
I like how 90% of it is just describing a groping video, and then at the end, oh
Yes,
yeah,
it's
that's what embrace is like.
describing
Yeah.
in case you weren't familiar with the genre.
Like, we did not need to know all that. I mean, there should have been a better way of describing this other than Japanese
No.
train groping video. Surely.
To the
No.
uncultured, I must explain. I must describe what it's like.
Now, hear me out for a second. It's very important, okay? Oh my
And
god.
looking at the original post was on r slash pictures, and
Okay.
it was an archived post. I can't actually see
Yeah.
the image that it was, but I imagine it's some kind of like cafeteria picture of like a bag of chips or something. So that's fun.
Found this in my university stall, and I guess we'll never know.
It's on the
Never
first
know.
thread.
No. I'm talking about like the original post.
I know, yeah. It's in the first thread where the post was made.
It's from a deleted user as well.
Yeah.
Instructions are clear. My dick interface with the ceiling fan. Oh my god. What the fuck?
That's very fun.
Oh
So,
my god.
next post. Next post here. Post 20, titled The Island. Oh, wait, is this? Oh my god, it is. I love this entry. Okay.
Oh
Buckle up.
god.
This entry is awesome.
Oh god.
Lying in the hold, listening to the bombardment, there is no sleep. The booming of the guns travels through the shivering metal of the ship, hour after hour without end. The arsenal of democracy rains down on the tiny island. What could it be like for the Japs huddled in their bunkers, surrounded, doomed? Do they know they have no hope? Do they expect death? Do they wish for it? Death. The island is death, waiting for them, ancient, waiting since before they were born. Thousands of young men have crossed vast oceans to come to her, following paths they could have never foreseen. Thousands of young lives will converge on her shores, converge and end. After 3 days of round the clock bombardment, a clear and bright morning whispers through the hold about problems with the shells. Many of them never exploded, disappeared in the air. There have been stories of bombers being cut in half, of bomb crews emerging limbless from their planes. What is on the islands? Some new kind of weapon? Something the Japanese have been saving until now? Just talk. The men feel the death out there, waiting on the island. The landing vehicles ride through the waves, and the Marines climb out onto the beaches of ash, an alien surface, crumbling under their boots. There is no fire, no sound, but the motors and the clinking of gear, and the sergeants shouting, urging them on. No movement from the interior. Then screams, bloody stumps, men cut in half, but still no fire. How is there no fire? More men screaming, groups of men on the ground howling, bright red lumps where limbs have been. How? No sign of the Japs. No fire, no shells. More vehicles land. The beaches become crowded, screaming nightmare. There's something here, something beyond their understanding. Invisible, killing at will. Is it the island itself? A few men manage to advance up to the steep beaches and across the rocks, but soon they are cut apart as well. Other men follow and advance farther. They have been trained to advance. Take the beach, forward, always forward. Slowly, the men find their way further and further into the island interior. Through horrible trial and error, they begin to understand. They don't speak of their discovery, they don't believe it, but their overwhelming will to go forward and their overwhelming fear of death teach them what their minds cannot accept. Teach them a lesson about the island. They notice tracks through the ash and rock where there is no grass. These tracks are not foot trails, but deep tracks, carved at strange angles, striated like dry streams. Places where it seems the ground is simply missing. They realize that they must avoid these tracks. If they step onto them, or let any part of themselves pass over them, that part will disappear. Whether it is their fingers, or feet, or limbs, or even their heads. Sometimes parts of their bodies disappear even when they don't cross the tracks. They realize that there are unseen tracks through the air, invisible boundaries they must not cross. If they lose a part of their bodies, the blood does not flow, but there is pain. Pain beyond flames or knives or bullets. Pain unbearable, unholy, inhuman. There are screams all around them of men who have accidentally run afoul of the invisible power. There's no time to understand this, to reason it out. They simply adapt, moving carefully, holding out blades of wild grass or shirts or gear, probing, waiting for a part of that object to disappear, then stopping, testing for a way forward, and sometimes they find it, sometimes they are forced to turn back. In less than an hour, they have forgotten entirely about the artillery and snipers and bayonets. There are no soldiers, only entrances to empty bunkers, abandoned pieces of artillery, some cut in half, but no enemy. They're playing a new game now, taught to them by some unseen teacher, playing it with total concentration, playing and winning. The Marine wounded, with their strange, unbleeding wound, are taken away. Their screams fade. Orders from command are unchanged. Take the island. So they move forward, up, toward towards Mount Suribachi. The mountain is shaped like a bowl, a dead volcano. They approach by various paths, each man following another, taking a narrow path of safety. Makeshift markers are set up to show their boundaries. A marine turns and sees, floating like a butterfly, a severed human arm. It turns and floats away and disappears altogether. Minutes later, a disembodied pair of legs scrambles past. The Marines curse and speculate and even giggle, but keep moving forward. There's no time to understand. They expected to spend weeks taking the island, but now it seems that they could have it in a couple hours. A shot rings out. The first shot since the confusion of the landing. A Marine is firing at the mountain. Others pierce through their binoculars and spy a man sitting on the rim of the mountain. Simply sitting, alone. Just a vague shape. Snipers are called in and they fire on him, but the island's air seems to swallow the bullets. The man is untouched. They press forward. The deadly tracks wind around them, growing more numerous. Some of the men find themselves at dead ends. One Marine slips and disappears entirely without so much as a shout. They come to the foot of the mountain. It is small, but rugged and steep, and the lone man sits over them, looking down on them. They hear the sounds now, coming from the other side of the ridge, coming from within the giant bowl of the mountain. Human voices, many of them, thousands, the sound of laughter, giggling, and cackling, and howling out laughter. Like a wonderful party where somebody's telling a hilarious story. The Marines listen to it, dumbfounded. Slowly, the laughter fades, And there's a new sound, a strange, rushing roar that quickly breaks apart into discrete sounds, screams, shouts, gasps, weeping, terror. The sound rises and rises, and the Marines shudder. This too fades, and the laughter returns. And so these two sounds trade places over and over, fading in and out above the sound of the waves. A Marine trains his binoculars on the mountain again. The man is still sitting there, Japanese, wearing a uniform. His head is floating several feet above his body. The body is in several pieces, with lines of sunshine between them. His face, sweat dripping over the smooth eyelids, shows no emotion. Slowly, he raises his hand as if to wave at them, and his fingers float away from his palm. Oh, that's so good.
Holy fuck. Oh my god.
So this is, I think, Okinawa. It's D-Day, right? This is D-Day.
Yes. That's Normandy. That's
Normandy.
in.
Sorry.
That's in. Isn't that in? Hang on.
Okay, that's not D-Day then.
No,
Sorry,
it's
I'm not good
not.
at history. But it's when America was trying to get back the islands, right? In Mount Suribachi, which is in, hold on, what's it called?
Yeah, Mount
Mount
Sirubachi.
Suribachi.
Suribachi.
It's a. Yeah, that's dead volcano. There's this one.
Suribachi, which
A
is
hill.
in. This is in Iwo Jima. This is Iwo
Yeah,
Jima.
the Battle of Iwo Jima.
So
That's the one that you were
this
thinking. Uh-huh.
this is when the American Marines, the American Army stormed Iwo Jima, and you've probably seen the image of the American Army raising the flag. Remember that?
Yes.
It's
Yep.
this island. And
Interesting.
when they get there, okay, so before they get there, the island has been getting bombarded by American artillery for 3 days non-stop. They have been bombing the place. And the Marine, our author, says that it's hopeless for the Japanese, that they're going to die there. Like it's gonna take a lot of blood, it's gonna kill a lot of men, it's gonna take some time, but they will die. And he wonders if the Japanese know this. After 3 days of nonstop bombing, eventually troops are deployed to take the island. They go through the boats. They get on there with their boats. They crash onto the shores, and then they mobilize on to the sands towards the island. But there's nothing. There are no Japs. There's no guns. No one's shooting. Don't see anyone. There's no artillery. There's no fire. There's nothing. So the men advance forward. But despite nothing, someone is screaming. And when they look over, that person has a fatal wound, a limb's cut off, but no blood. Still, they
my God.
persist. They go through the island, and more Marines crumple to the ground in excruciating white hot pain and no blood. That's when they realize that there are parts of the island that if you walk through them, any part of your body that touches that area of the island will disappear. There is no blood, and the limb is gone. Whatever gets cut off is completely gone. but there is pain. Pain that no human could ever prepare for. So instead of worrying about getting shot, getting blown up to bits, getting stabbed, getting burned, the Marines instead learn how to not get themselves cut in half. So they grab anything they can find, grass, sticks, pieces of clothing, anything to put in front of them, like a blind man trying to use a walking stick and like swinging it in front of him to see if he's gonna bump into anything. And every Marine does this to take the island. They form lines, conga lines, one behind the other, and the person in front has something to probe forward to make sure they don't get cut in half. And one Marine slips and disappears entirely. Not even a scream comes out of him as he just vanishes from thin air. And when they reach Mount Suribachi, there is a Japanese soldier there waiting for them. When they get near the island, they can hear from the bowl of the island, from the depression of the island, they can hear laughter, giggling. They can hear sounds of joy, euphoria. And after a while, they hear screams, weeping. They hear terror. And after a while, the laughter comes back. And when they look upon the Japanese soldier, his head suspended above his body several feet up, his face expressionless with smooth eyelids, with no like expression, and when he raises his hand to wave, his fingers float away from his body. And that's what the Marines see when they storm Iwo Jima. Oh, and I forgot to mention there was also one point a Marine sees a severed hand of another Marine just floating in the air. And it floats
Yeah.
up and away like a balloon and it disappears.
I think they also mentioned like a pair of legs, right? Like just being
Yeah.
A
there.
pair of legs walking through, stumbling through, as they get closer and closer to the middle of the island to the mountain. That's what they see. And if you remember, a couple entries back, um, they described the sound of an interface. In post number 17, they describe euphoria and terror. This is the emotions that someone feels when they are a part of the interface. So it's saying that in the bowl of the mountain, there
Was like
is
flesh.
an interface made of thousands of voices. All of the Japanese soldiers that were garrisoned on that island were all in the middle of the island. And you can hear thousands of screaming, crying, weeping, laughing, giggling. You can hear all of it. That's so
God.
cool.
Uh, I think this is a follow on. Wasn't there like
Post 17. Right.
a post about a Japanese soldier talking about the Germans like fleeing and
Yes,
stuff, and then
that
giving them like the LSD, like being this super
exactly.
weapon?
Yes.
That
I
was
think
the
this follows
Japanese
on that.
soldier. Exactly. That is the Japanese soldier saying that it's like watching uh a sword sink deep into your chest and you refuse to cry out. You refuse to beg. So this was when they were desperate. And a German that was running away because they also knew that they were losing the war sold them a jar of LSD enough for several thousand doses. And they used this jar as their last stand on Iwo Jima. They
Yeah.
consumed the LSD thinking that it would save them, it would let them win the war. But instead, they create this flesh portal on Mount Suribachi, comprised of the thousands of Japanese soldiers there, and they create an incident zone so large that it extends up to the shores. When you go to the shores, you just get cut into pieces, and when you reach the mountain, you hear the thousands of voices of the Japanese soldiers that were all transformed and created into the flesh interface. And this is the Marines finding the Japanese and their divine intervention. This is
Yeah.
what their divine intervention was, and this is how the Americans found it.
Uh, Something interesting is that like the reason why they went ahead and went to the island is because some of the bombardments just like didn't explode. They didn't hear any bombs going off.
Yes. There was
And
rumors that
so
planes and bombs would just get
yeah,
cut and disappear.
and apparently some pilots came back with other limbs and stuff, and like they were, well, how? Well, how?
Well,
Uh,
do you think it? I mean, they said something about like it's invisible in the air, right?
yeah, I think
Yes,
so.
there were also lines, not just on the ground, but in the air, that if you cross that line, you would get segmented.
God, it's just the picture. You've seen the picture that they linked, right, of the island,
Yes,
or
I've seen
Yes.
Mount Suribachi.
like I see the bowl and then I see the description. Ugh. Oh God. Oh no. Like that entire mountain
Is
filled
that
with
entire
Japanese
mountain?
people. Oh my
You
God.
know, you know a coin slot? You know, there's like a little bowl and a little divot in the middle where the coin goes in. I'm imagining it looks like that.
True. It does look.
Just
It's,
a slice in the bowl of the mountain of flesh.
oh my God. Let's see what the original post was about.
And the original post was from
R
Ask
someone.
slash
Reddit.
as Reddit. Older Redditors, 60 plus. How have you coped with the loss of your friends and family as they age and ultimately pass? Well, my grandpa is in the other room and I asked him the question. He said, well, it sure as hell ain't easy. I drink if I consider them a friend, I crave if I consider them family. And then I plan a trip to somewhere new in the world where I can remind myself how big and foreign it all is. And how small all the rest of us are. It helps me remember that the only thing that matters when you die, whether or not you lived a happy life. If the person who passed did, I feel better. They did, I make sure to have a good time on their honor. Your grandpa a novel.
a novel?
Lying.
So
Lying in the hole, listening to the bombardment. There is no
So
sleep.
So, this guy just sharing a beautiful anecdote about his grandpa or whatever. This guy comes in. Did you know that when when World War II was happening, we invaded Japan? There was a flesh interface so big that it manages to cover the entire island. It's like, what the fuck?
There was a Japanese soldier sitting on the rim of the mountain, his head suspended several feet above his body, and when he turned to wave, his fingers floated away from his hand, and you can hear the screaming and crying and laughter and terror coming from the mountain.
Like, oh my god, bro. Why? Again, what are the connection to these? Some of them have connections. I don't know
No, no,
what
no,
the
I
someone
I
was.
do see it. It's like, how do you like? I think the grandpa was a vet, and I think that's the connection of it. Or the mother horse size assumes he was like some kind of soldier or something.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like, what the fuck?
I feel like
These
I'm
poor
missing
people.
something.
Bro.
Can you just
Dude,
imagine when the
Bro.
soldier said that?
could
feel
you
like I'm missing something.
imagine, bro? Could you imagine a short about this? Like, I'm picturing it in my head. Soldiers like going on their boats and crashing onto the shores. They run forward, and then it starts off mild, like nothing's happening. It's quiet. There's no gunshots, and then someone starts screaming, and it gets progressively more and more terrifying. Like there's a arm floating away into the sky, and there's a pair of legs just running through without a body. And then at the climax, when they reach the mountain, you can hear it before you can see it. You can hear the laughing, you can hear the crying, and you see a Japanese soldier with his head suspended several feet above his body with no face, smooth eyelids, and you can see his fingers floating away as he turns and waves at you. Like, oh, wouldn't that be such a cool short film, dude?
That would be awesome. That is true. Like just this one post alone, it would be a very awesome like short film. Like holy
That's
shit.
so cool.
Question:
How-
Who would be making that if there ever has a
I don't think anybody
chance?
knows the story, man. Like Hollywood, we need this right now.
No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no. Do not put it to Hollywood. They would fucking ruin everything. And they would ruin anything they touch.
You don't understand, man.
need-
I need Chris Hemsworth to see unimaginable
I
horrors
need,
beyond his
I
comprehension.
need Andrew Garfield to be the guy because he already played
Yeah, a
the,
bunch of like soldier stuff. True.
he played Hacksaw Ridge. You know that movie, Hacksaw
Yes.
Ridge. He already played as an American soldier fighting the Japs. Actually, I think it was also.
Oh,
What
and
was
I
it,
don't think
Andrew?
I don't think we're allowed to say that, Antlee. I'm gonna be real. I don't think we're allowed to say that. Yeah.
It's just Japanese, man.
Yeah, but it's
Japanese.
considered derogative. You know,
Bruh.
I think it's considered derogative.
So, wait, so we cannot say
Is it
Imperial in
actually?
Japan?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've seen some people being offended by it. I mean,
It's just short for Japanese, though. I guess. Oh well. Fine. The Japanese soldiers.
Japanese Americans have come to defend the term offensive. Okay, so it is.
That's
We cannot
so
say that.
cool, bro. This entry. Ugh.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna ruin it for you. But when they mentioned the walking legs, like a pair of legs just being there, I just imagined that fucking Family Guy clip. Like, hey, look, a pair of walking legs. Dips on these. Like, have you seen that?
To be fair, some of the Marines were also giggling when they saw the walking leg. So you're not the only one who found that funny, I suppose.
Like, dude, I just got flashbang with the Family Guy thing. I am so sorry. Oh, thank you, Redmond. Very cool.
You're welcome.
I get this could also work. Oh my god, bro. But yeah, this one is so cool. I love this one. This one is so fucking cool.
There was a
Especially because
mention-
it connects like a lot of the things that we've like heard before, right?
yes.
Um,
It connects the
uh,
euphoria and terror pose. It connects the Japanese divine intervention post.
yeah,
It connects like just the description of what an incident zone is like.
yes.
So that's what an incident zone is.
Although I do I'm wondering, what was this? I don't know if this one is as powerful as the one that had to be destroyed with a nuclear bomb, or I don't know if they shot this
Really
one
not.
down.
No, this was like the amount of soldiers that were like in the on the island, which like a couple thousand. I think the one in Novaya Zemlya was like 30,000, I think. So
Oh,
like
okay.
not as big as that one, but definitely like an entire army of Japanese soldiers on an island. Yes, that's a lot.
Like this one did, the other one did reach out up to like space, right? This one just reached out to the airspace, which is
It did reach up to the sky. It was enough to
It
like
did.
cut bomber planes.
yeah. The up to
So did the
airspace, it is
pilots,
possible.
what they said. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Force that
like
strong.
if the bombardments stop working, then I'm wondering how they stopped this one, since that was like the main thing to
Well,
destroy it.
Something that I really like about the story is that the Japanese, right, when they fight, they're very religious. They believe in this thing called the divine wind, right? They think
Yes.
that like God like blesses them in their battles. So I'm wondering like in their act of desperation, in their search for the divine intervention, when they open this flesh interface, I'm wondering like put yourself in the shoes of like the Japanese soldier. Like, is this what God wants? Is this what the divine wind gives to us, gives to the Japanese army, to the Japanese people? Is this who God is? Right? Because like
Yeah.
that, because that like completely breaks Japanese culture and all that you've believed in, and like the divine wind and everything. Because I'm just imagining like a Japanese soldier taking a dose of LSD and seeing these flesh interfaces and wondering, is that what this is all about? Is that is that the God that we believe in? Is that his plan? Because like that's so horrifying thinking of that.
God. This one's too good, man. This one's just too good. Fuck it.
It's really good.
Um, shall we move on to the next one?
Yes, we are
Okay.
going to
This
the
one
simple nemesis
is
author self-post.
it's an author self-post. The simple nemesis. However, I want to point out that this one was originally uploaded on r/crippling alcoholism. So,
I remember this post.
okay. So I think it was me next, right? Or was it Redmond?
Yes, you're next, and then Redmond.
Okay.
Okay. So, author self-post. The simple nemesis. When novelist Philip K. Dick was 42 years old, his fourth wife left him. Lonely and devastated, he opened his home to whoever wanted to stay there. This being San Francisco in 1971, the house quickly became filled with drug users. Dick himself was heavily abusing amphetamines in pills by the literal handful and foregoing sleep for days. The mood in the house quickly became paranoid, and at one point, multiple occupants were sleeping with guns under their pillows. The house was broken into, and Dick suspected government involvement, thinking he had gotten too close to some kind of secret in one of his novels. He moved away shortly after. But his time at the house hadn't been all paranoia and firearms, where there were also many good times. Dick was a mesmerizing conversationalist, with an easy command of facts and theories about art, religion, philosophy, and numerous esoteric subjects. He and his new friends, usually kids in their early 20s, would rap for hours and days about everything under the sun. He grew close to many of them. Many of them were runaways or otherwise clinging to the margins of society. After the break-in, Dick went to rehab and quit speed. But as time went on, many of his friends fell victim to the drugs. In the epilogue to A Scanner Darkly, a fictionalized account of his time, he wrote, "This has been a novel about some people who were punished entirely too much for what they did. They wanted to have a good time, but they were like children playing in the streets. They could see one after another of them being killed, run over, maimed, destroyed, but they continued to play anyhow. We really are were very happy for a while, sitting around, not toiling, but just bullshitting and playing. But it was for such a terrible brief time, and then the punishment was beyond belief. Even when we could see it, we could not believe it. For a while, I myself was one of these children playing in the street. I was like the rest of them, trying to play instead of being a grown-up. And I was punished. We were forced to stop by things dreadful." In the group of withdrawal, I read that epilogue many times, read it and wept. I remember after a week-long binge, lying in my bed, weeping, nightmares crowding my mind, my hands shaking, the mental suffering unbearable, thinking to myself, should I really be punished like this? What have I done that was so horrible? Was it so wrong to drink? To want to feel comfortable? To want to feel okay? To want to forget about things for a while? Was it so horribly wrong? Such a crime that I should go find this mind-crucifying torment? But it wasn't really a matter of right and wrong. It was simply a matter of cause and effect. My brain had adapted to the inhibitory effects of alcohol, and once the alcohol had been removed, it had entered a state of hyperactivity. The adaptation had become a maladaptation. That was all. There was nothing out there administering the suffering as punishment. My only crime had been knowing that this would happen and drinking anyways. I had been a child playing in the street. Dick wrote in his epilogue, in Greek drama, they were beginning as a society. To discover science, which means casual law. Here in this novel, there is Nemesis, No fate, because any of us could have chosen to stop playing in the street. There was no magical fate causing my suffering, just impersonal cruelty of casual law. That was my only nemesis. Perhaps one day, they will invent a substance which prevents the neuroadaptation to alcohol, and we will all be able to drink forever, like the great god Dionysus. We will drink and
Nice.
Dionysus.
Dionysus.
Okay.
Yes, I know that god.
We will drink and dance and laugh, and there will be no nightmares. We will be made children again, and we will play forever on street where there are no cars. Until then, there will be suffering beyond belief. Man, what the fuck?
The reason why I know Dionysus is because I played Hades.
Oh, of course, of course.
Dionysus was in Hades.
And they said that video games cannot teach children and also adults.
So
Damn.
now it makes sense why this is on crippling alcoholism. I guess the author was just
It was-
drunk out of his mind, like having withdrawals, trying to like
And-
remove the alcoholism.
An interesting part of the story is that it's not part of the narrative that we have. It's not a part of the posts that we have. It's actually a self-post on the author from the author. And this is actually interesting because in the end, it's describing that eventually, we will live in a world where there are no cars on the street. So,
Isn't that
Let-
just the afterlife?
not
Or no?
exactly. It's like, okay. So let me just explain this real quick.
Okay.
Let's analyze the story from the beginning. So it's saying here that um like alcoholism is kind of like children playing in the streets. They're just having fun. They're happy. They're content with what they have. But eventually, a child gets run over. Someone dies from it, and their life, their body destroyed and maimed. And the author asks, what did we do to deserve this? Do we really deserve that type of punishment? Do we deserve the pain of just wanting to play in the street? But eventually he understands that there's no reason why this is happening. It's just merely a matter of cause and effect. The author knew that this would happen to him, yet he drank anyway. The the pain of withdrawal is, and like, the terrible results of alcoholism is what he describes as the cars going through the street. But it's not really like a punishment. It's just something that happens because he's addicted to alcohol. But he says here in the end, perhaps one day they will invent a substance which prevents the neuroadaptation to alcohol, and we will be able to drink forever, like the Greek god Dionysus. We will drink and dance and laugh, and there will be no nightmares. The way I interpret this is that it's kind of like, what was it called in the Bible when Jesus comes down? Salvation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like salvation, where one day we will not have to suffer the consequences. Because isn't this what he also talked about when he was from his other self post, saying that Mother Horse Eyes is coming for us? I think that's what he's describing. When Mother Horse Eyes like comes to Earth and takes us, we will be like children playing in the street where there are no cars. So I think he's describing salvation at the end, like heaven, basically. That's cool.
Interesting. Oh my god. So these are like these self-posts. They don't follow the narrative, but they are canon, right? I think it's what we're figuring out.
They we learn about the author. We don't learn about the story, but about the author and where he stands on the narrative. But it's not adding to the story. It's just, learning what
Yeah.
like what type of person the author is. And the
So
author was an alcoholic that, going through like
so
horrible withdrawal. And he
our
hopes that
author
one day he won't have to face the pain of alcoholism.
our author is a 30-year-old man that never went to college and has no prospect for the future that is a recovering alcoholic. Man.
Who believes that Mother Orsais will come and provide salvation, and we will be in a constant state of euphoria without having to worry about the consequences of our actions.
Don't drink alcohol, kids. If that's the lesson of the entire story, is
Don't
to
do
not drink
drugs.
alcohol.
Don't drink
Don't do drugs.
alcohol.
Don't drink
Don't
alcohol.
don't do drugs. Don't do alcohol. Don't smoke. Don't vape. Don't do anything else. Please live your
Don't
life.
make a
Don't do
flesh
that.
interface out of hundreds of bodies. Don't do that.
Do not join
Don't
the
make a
military.
plastic.
That they will probably send you to fuck knows where. To a flesh interface.
Goes to the
Uh,
island, bro.
The island.
You'll never be seen again.
And not that island.
Or you
They're sending you
and
to
the,
a
and
worse
the,
island.
and the and the last and the
Not
the
that
last thing
island.
that you saw, the last thing you saw is just a pair of legs running across.
Oh, look, a pair of working legs. No, wait.
God damn, Quagmire.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. Okay. Next one. I like the title
21.
of this one. They crawl up the mountain. Mm.
Wait,
Alright.
is this a continuation of the Marine? Yes, it is. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
We don't.
Okay.
Let's see. Title.
Okay.
They crawl up the mountain. They crawl up the mountain, bare hands on the sharp volcanic rocks. The sun beats down on them, a grueling test. The island has a secret that it doesn't want to reveal. They draw close to the man at the top of the mountain, keeping their guns trained on him. He has no weapons. His body is fragmented like an image in a broken mirror, various pieces floating without connection. The brightness of the sky shining between them. The blood of his insides bright red. His head is like a balloon floating several feet over the rest of him. "Hello, America," the head calls, breaking into a sickly smile. The whites of the eyes are clustered with red homorages. Sweat rolls down the face. The Marines don't know how to respond. They ask if he's harmed. The question strikes one of them as funny, and he giggles. A tide of giggling comes from the other side of the ridge, behind the fragmented man. The giggling turns into screaming. "What's going on here? You alone?" a Marine asks. The man doesn't seem to understand. One of the Marines tries his basic Japanese. The man makes a sour face. "No, Nippon, Korea person," the man says, and a disembodied hand points a nearby fragment of his chest. Okay, well, I don't think I can say that. I mean, I can try. Translate section to Spanish. And it didn't work. Well, whatever that word is.
Basically.
Christian, other word. The man says. He pulls a necklace out of his shirt. On the end of it is a small metal cross. A tiny suffering Jesus glimpsing the sun. The Marine tries English again. "What's happening here?" "The devil came here." What?
So that's what he's saying in Korean.
That is
so the
the
Marines
translation.
don't-
Thank God.
The Marines,
I
the Marines
thought-
don't understand what he's saying.
I thought the first one when he said "I Christian," the word next to it is called Yesu, which translates to Jesus.
Y- I think. Oh wait, is he
It
saying
is?
his name is Christian, or is he saying
Yes.
that?
No, he's saying that his origin is Christian because he pulls out a necklace out of his shirt and it's a tiny suffering Jesus.
Okay, I thought his name was Christian, but no, he's saying that he believes in Christianity.
Yeah.
He pulls out like a cross with the tiny suffering Jesus on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The devil came here. What? The soldiers had built the gate. The child with the command. I don't understand. A white smile splits the Korean man's face, and he lets out a loud laugh, and the smile flees, and suddenly he's weeping. The motion seems to follow the giggles and screams that come from inside the mountain. The Marines feel it too. The strange urge to laugh followed by harrowing fear. The sound beyond the ridges rises. The screams become higher and louder. A wave of maniac giggling joins the screaming so that both sounds fill the air at once. An electric feeling touches the skin of the Marines' arms. They find their minds filling with strange, dark thoughts. Somewhere in a castle in Japan lies a mad god emperor who has sent his men across the ocean to defend his glorious empire with their blood. On the other side of the world lies the great humming factory called America, the heart of an empire of commerce, which once forced Japan to join the world in trade. Machines and flesh now flow along tendril-like courses, delivering goods and death, ensnaring the globe. The sun goes dark, like a light switch turning off. The Marines instinctively duck, then look up and gasp. Above them, extending miles into the sky, is an enormous metallic cylinder filling the sky, blocking out the sun. It spins slowly above them, pieces of it flickering and disappearing like an image in a broken moving projector. In a day filled with madness, they find themselves confronted with something wholly beyond their capacity for surprise. They simply mutter soft curses and get closer to the ground. The earth seems to tremble with the sound of screaming and laughing, which swirls like a storm all around them. Someone near the beach, a Marine pats another Marine in the back, interrupting his stunned gawking, and shouts something into his ear. The second Marine pats the man in front of him, and the message goes up to the line like this until it reaches the Marines talking to the fractured man. Pull back. They are to withdraw from the island. The men do not question the order for a moment. They turn and crawl away from the Korean. Below them, the ashen island flashes with pieces of sunlight that manage to slip through the flickering cylinder. When they are almost at the foot of the mountain again, the man stands up and shouts something over the hideous screaming. The Marines cannot hear it, and would not understand it anyways. The devil took Jesus, went to the mountains, to show him all the kingdoms of the world glory. If you all fall down and worship me, saying, I will give it all to you.
That is a quote from the Bible.
Jesus and the devil. Oh God.
That
Oh
is a
God.
quote from the Bible. I remember that.
What in the actual fuck? So okay, you were
I'm
correct.
getting giddy, bro.
This is the continuation. Where they talk to the
The coolest
man.
part is I'm picturing all of this in my mind. So when the Marines speak to the Korean speaks back, and like there's two voices I'm imagining. It's either normal, like hauntingly normal, or it's like distorted. And the Korean is speaking, Korean, so the Marines don't understand, but you can see like the subtitles of like what he's saying. And oh, could you imagine like looking up, speaking to the head? Because the head is still floating in the sky. You look
Yeah.
up, speaking to the head, and then you look down, and his arm grabs his chest and pulls out a fucking necklace with Jesus on it. Like, oh, that's so cool.
Oh my God, bro.
And then like, and then as they're retreating, and I really like this part. Like the men don't question the order for a moment. Like they
Yeah.
want to get out of there. They're in like the mouth of hell, and it's gonna consume them any moment. So when they get the order to retreat, they they instantly boot scoot and boogie out of the fucking
Yeah, like
out of the
whatever, let's
fucking
get the
island.
fuck
Like,
out.
and then like this was after the metallic cylinder goes into the sky, and like the ground is like rumbling. The sky turns dark as the cylinder blocks out the sun. And as they're running away, as they're falling back, you can hear the Korean man shouting. And he says, "The devil took Jesus, went to the mountain to show him all of the kingdoms of the world glory. If you fall down and worship me, I will give it all to you." I'm just imagining, like, as they're running away, you can hear the Korean man screaming this through the air as the Marines run away. That's so
Oh my
cool.
god. Like
It's
holy
so
shit.
cool.
Uh something
I think.
interesting.
Uh
Yeah.
huh.
Oh.
From from it feels like that is what they just did. Okay, how should I say this? Is that the commander from the previous post, right? They send these American soldiers to take over Iwo Jima. It's basically the devil, which is the devil telling Jesus, which is the soldiers, to go up to this mountain and see what you can see right here. Is like, be one of us if you join us. You know, join like in the bowl. Is that what they're trying to recreate? But they did the right thing. The soldiers uh refused. They just went ahead, get the fuck out of there. The same thing with Jesus, to refuse the devil's orders in the
Yes.
Bible.
Yeah.
So it's like putting the soldiers in the position of Jesus where they're on top of the mountain and he looks down from the mountain and he sees the flesh portal. He sees the devil and the devil is beckoning them to join, but they run. They're like terrified and they run away. And that's like they're trying to make the mental image of like Jesus on top of the mountain looking down and seeing the devil and refraining from going to him. Like that's and they pull back, they run away, they retreat without a moment's hesitation. They want to get out of there. Oh, it's
Yeah.
so cool.
I think we do see a bit of the temptation actually because they were
Yes.
starting to get the feeling that they also wanted to laugh or scream. They were
I
like,
think they were slowly being influenced by the interface because that's what the people that are part of the interface, that's what they feel.
yeah,
So that the interface is kind of like gripping into their emotions slightly, that they want to follow the screaming, they want to follow the laughing because they're so close. They're like right at the base of the mountain, and inside the mountain, inside the bowl is where the flesh interface is. They can hear it through the mountain, through the air. Oh, so cool.
oh my god. Sadly, the original comment isn't there in this ring. It's from r/pix, but like there's nothing. It was deleted by the user, so we don't know. We don't
That
know what it could have
sucks.
been.
You were
Yeah.
talking about
Um.
Iojima as well in the comments.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, Japanese
Okay.
surrender, ending World War II.
So I guess that's the
And what was?
connection.
Yeah.
But yeah, the original post is like hooked. So that's sad. Oh well. But yeah, this.
I'm
Ooh.
Hold on, I'm a little confused. Were the Koreans part of the Japanese
Oh
army?
yeah, I was gonna mention that. Why is like we're ignoring the
I'm not
fact
very good in history.
we're ignoring the fact that this is a Korean person saying this and not someone from Japan
No,
when
I
it's
think.
an island in Japan.
Okay. Didn't Japan invaded the Koreans? But they did not join. They were like fighting against the Japanese invasion. But
According
however, yeah.
according to Google AI says
Okay.
that many Koreans served in the Japanese army during World War II, either
Oh.
voluntarily or through conscription. So there was actually a few or like a couple thousand Korean soldiers within the Japanese Empire fighting in World War II. So yes, there were Koreans in the Japanese army, which I didn't know about because I'm not very well
Interesting.
versed into
Okay.
history. So this guy being Korean is not that strange. He's still a part of the Japanese army, but he's like like ethically, not ethically, ethnically Korean. He's from
Yeah,
Korean
okay.
descent.
Because that was weird for me.
That's
Like,
cool.
why would a Korean person be saying this when we're in Japan? We're in an island in Japan. What are we doing? But okay, that does clear it up.
Hmm.
Man,
Cool.
okay.
What I love
Uh,
about this, it's a little weird for like okay, I'm willing to ignore the narrative dissonance of like the because the soldier doesn't know what he's saying, but we the reader knows the translations. But I'm willing to suspend my disbelief because technically this is a retelling of the story. This is a recollection of a soldier, right? But the soldier obviously doesn't know what the Korean man is saying, but we do. But still, that's very cool that the Marines have no idea what this guy just said. He has no idea of
dude,
the warning that the Korean man is telling them. That's oh
can you imagine being a soldier there, like seeing this horrible nightmarish fucking picture, and then someone is speaking to you in a language you understand? It like fuck.
and then a fucking pillar comes out of the ground and blocks the sun.
The sun starts
Oh,
to flicker because the pillar is like also disappearing
like
for a
It's
bit.
like a
Like
moving
fuck.
picture.
massive. It
Yeah.
just comes out of the ground and it extends to the sky, blocking the sun. And then this Korean man starts to shout about Jesus and the devil and how he went up to the mountain, and you understand none of it. And behind him is like laughing and screaming and shouting and weeping all at once. Oh, it's
You
so
think you would be in
cool.
hell at that point? That does sound like hell.
That sounds like hell to me, man. That just
Man,
hearing that in like okay, hearing that quotation in just North and sorry, yeah, sorry, in Korean with a distorted voice shouting towards you, the soldiers running away from it with the sound of
And
laughter,
like the island is rumbling from the
rumbling.
pillars
Yes,
going from the ground, and you can hear the
that's
laughing and the
just
crying of the
and
mountain
then
as the Korean shouts into the air as you run away to the ship. Oh,
just
so
hearing
cool.
the pull back, like bro, you don't have to tell me
Like
twice.
I'm just that's so cool.
they
Like
were
it's a
just waiting
moment
for that order.
I'm imagining that. Like I'm imagining that scene in my head where everybody's like quiet, they're interrogating the Korean man, and when they get the message, they all just shout, pull back!" And everyone starts running away.
No
Like
questions
all
asked,
at
just
once,
out.
everyone is getting out of
Get the
there.
fuck out of there.
Like as they're running,
Jesus.
like get out of here, retreat!
The sun starts to flicker, the screams and the laughter gets louder, the man starts shouting, fuck, this is
Like
hell.
pull back, get off the island. As like the pillars just arise from the ground and tremble the earth. Oh, so cool.
Oh my
I
god,
need
bro.
to see a full short film just for
Someone
this
needs
one.
to. I
I
need
need to
this
see a
in
short
my life.
film. I
I
want to see this. This can be a good
a short
Halloween
film,
special. A short
animation,
film.
whatever. I need it so bad.
I need it
Fuck.
in my veins right now, like
Fuck.
how Mother Horse Eyes needs his LSD and alcohol, bro. I
You know
need
how
it.
this could work? This could work as like an anthology, instead of like a full-on story or something, an anthology of the stories, because that's how the story so far has been formatted, like an anthology. This would be so fucking cool, man.
Something like what Kane Pixel's doing with the backrooms? Is it something like that, or is it something else?
Uh, well, an anthology is like, it is a film, it's like a full feature film, but like it's a, instead
Uh,
of being like a full narrative, it's a recollection of stories set within the narrative, which is like what's happening here. Like
There's a
oh, it's like
YouTube
found footage.
channel that
Wait,
reminds
no.
me
something
of
like
this.
that.
Yes, Lee.
There's a YouTube channel. It's this one. I would love to see something like this posted. I really like this channel. Oh wait, no, hold on. That's not the right thing. Hold on. How do I share a channel?
There's a three dots.
Yeah, there it
Is it
is. Sorry. Hold on. It's this one.
Yarn.
Yarn
Hub.
Hub?
Okay.
I love this guy's videos. I would love to see something like this. where this guy makes like animations of like events during war, and I would love to see
Mhm.
something like this. Ugh.
Yeah, just like an animation or maybe live action, whatever. We need this so bad. I need this so bad. Fuck. Okay. Um, should we go to the next
I
one?
think it's me.
I'm ready to move on.
I'm ready to move on.
Next
to
one
this.
is Redmond. Yes.
Michael Jackson.
Michael that is so funny. We
Moving
went to
from
the crawl up the mountain
Iodima to Michael Jackson.
to Michael Jackson. Oh my
All
god.
right.
You more like a queen of prophecy. Me in the wall.
All right. Okay. So, 22nd post title is Michael Jackson. Many people believe that Michael Jackson died due to propofol.
I don't think I
Not
need
so.
to click on the hyperlink for Michael Jackson. I feel like I know who that is.
Who is this? Who is this Michael Jackson character?
I think does he mean like the
It's
the
the same hyperlink for Hitler. Like I already know who these people are, guys.
I don't think we
need.
need to know, dude.
I think they're infamous enough that we don't need a hyperlink for them. Come on.
Not so. He was murdered. He had actually been taking propofol nightly since around 1980, not in order to make himself sleep, but to suppress REM sleep. After several months of REM sleep suppression, the user becomes receptive. In other words,
Hey,
they
McLean, how are you
enter the
doing?
same state, achieved by
Good
a
evening,
prolonged
Good evening, my
continuous
dude.
immersion
How are you
in
doing?
aerosol LSD. The brain can physically restructure itself simply through thought. By reordering thought, one can physically reorder the brain. LSD or long-term use propofol use makes the brain's neurostructure malleable. High energy rays from the outer space are able to penetrate the body, and these can lead to random mutations and cancers. And sometimes they lead to changes that are not random at all, changes which have been intentionally programmed, changes designed to bring out the civilization level transformations. Michael Jackson was unaware of all this. He merely knew that propofol allowed him to enter sort of waking dream state of heightened creativity. The side effects were horrifying paranoia and obsession, but he felt that he was strong enough to endure these side effects. The success of
We're reading a
Thriller
story.
seemed to vindicate his
It's way
theories
too
about
complicated
propofol,
now, but we're reading
and
a story. Yes,
unfortunately, he was
it's very cool.
downed by his own success. So how did he die? Through the lyrics of Another Part of Me and the vegetable part of Wannabe Starting Something, it was quite clear that he had become receptive and neuro-altered in line with the Master Design 9. But he was considered to be minimal threat, and even perhaps an asset. An asset until his mounting financial problems made him a liability. He was terminated. Thought I am not sure of that exact means. Of the exact
That's
means.
it's so funny saying that like Michael Jackson was an MK Ultra sleeper agent and they had to kill him because he was spending too much money.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this world, dude?
So this adds nothing to the story, but this is so funny because it
Yeah.
says Michael Jackson was a sleeper agent of the MK Ultra experiments created by the CIA, and they had to kill him because he was spending too much money and they couldn't afford him being a sleeper agent anymore.
Oh my
so they had
god.
to fucking murder him.
Now,
I love these stories that like don't add anything to the narrative. They're just funny. They're just like cool breaks that you
The-
get.
there are two links here. There are lyrics for some of the Michael Jackson songs. I am
Which
so
one
fucking scared
is
of
it?
opening those
Why?
because we can We can talk about whatever we're talking. We can talk about gore, body parts, sexual assault, whatever. But we play 5 seconds of copyrighted music and we're fucked, dude. We
We're
are so
dead.
fucked.
No, it doesn't play it. It doesn't play it.
These are
So,
lyrics that you're
Oh,
getting,
thank
not
God.
songs.
That is
These are
okay.
lyrics.
Okay.
We can
On
take
Genius.
everything
which,
else.
Which verse though? Does it? Do they mean? Oh, hang on. Verse 1 and verse 2. We are taking over. We have the truth. This is the mission to see it through. Don't point your finger. Not dangerous. This is our planet. You're one of us. That's verse 1. Verse 2. A revelation. Fulfill the truth. The final message will bring to you. There is no danger. Fulfill the truth. So come together. We need you. Is that
Uh,
what they mean?
It says here. Okay, what about the wannabe starting? What about the vegetable part? What the fuck is the vegetable part?
Maybe they mean the instrumental interlude in the first hyperlink. It's shoo shoo shoo.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay, I think I found.
Hold on. You're a vegetable, you're a vegetable. Still, they hate you. You're a vegetable, you're just a buffet. You're a vegetable, they eat off of you. What the fuck?
I think that's the
I'm not
infamous
sure-
vegetable part, guys.
Do they, I'm not sure if that's. Oh, hang on.
See, what I love about this is the perfect post to see a conspiracy theorist ranting on the internet. This is the perfect post to get into.
So we're
Because
doing
you're
train
just
against
scrolling
something like that. For me, it's like
Reddit
7
and you
a.m.,
see this,
8
and the
a.m.
guys talking about Michael
For them,
Jackson
yeah.
and the MK Ultra LSD experiments and how they're like analyzing the lyrics and saying like, oh, they had to murder him because he was being a financial liability. Like this is the perfect like conspiracy theorist crazy person on the internet post, right? It's to stumble upon.
Do we know what Master Design 9 is, or
No idea. I have no idea what that is.
because it's clear he can become receptive and you're ultra in line with Master Design 9, whatever that means.
A Google search doesn't pull up anything. That
Yeah.
might be something that we learn later in the story, or that could
Also-
just be like random CIA shit that we don't know about. You know how
Okay.
like SCP does that all the time, where they mention something but don't explain what it is. It's just a
Yeah.
thing that happens within the SCP Foundation. I'm imagining it's something like that.
I didn't know what REM sleep is, or was, and
I
apparently
think
it's rapid
that's-
eye
Yeah.
movement.
Yeah, REM sleep is when
Rapid.
your brain you go from trying to fall asleep to actually sleeping. That's when your brain like starts like, actually transitioning into sleep. That's what REM sleep is. And
Rapid eye movement.
for some reason, when you enter this state, your eyes go crazy. You don't see it, right? Because people sleep with their eyes closed, but like for some reason your eyes just rapidly contort in their sockets. I don't know why. Pretty
You.
cool. It's pretty
What
weird.
Hey, that's
I
human body
wonder-
for you, Ram.
I wonder if the original comment comes from something Michael Jackson related.
What was the original comment anyway?
It's from r/news. Lawyers for David Miscavige are mounting an 11th hour attempt at preventing the publication of a new tell-all about the Church of Scientology leader. The author is Miscavige's own father, Ron Miscavige. This isn't even Michael Jackson related.
This is not
Hey!
Michael Jackson related. I have
What
no
the
idea.
fuck? We're talking about Scientology now.
Like someone died, and I was like, hey, someone died. Michael Jackson died. Michael Jackson was a sleeper agent for the CIA during the MK Ultra experiments. Like, what the fuck?
I like how the comment to this is, you're totally bullshitting, but this comment was so fun to read. Like, I like your magic words, your funny words, magic
Funny
man.
man.
Wait, what the fuck? But yeah, this has nothing to do with Michael Jackson. I don't know what the fucking connection for him was here. Oh my god.
Wow, you guys are saving me for this next one.
Oh no! Oh no!
The stars aligned for this one entry.
The
No wonder.
beautiful
No wonder.
continuation.
No wonder you guys were waiting for me. All right.
That was a happy accident, man. I did not
We
know
did
that
not.
this would
I
be.
did not know, bro. We are
I
so
did not know
sorry.
that
Bullshit.
the stars
Right.
aligned for you to read the part 2 of this.
Okay. All right. If anybody's listening with my my reading, we are going to be reading Magical Space Pussy the second or two, which is the 23rd post. Drink water, wait.
The hell is that? You drinking
Magical
water?
space pussy sounds.
That is not how it sounds like.
I mean,
Hey, how
you
would
don't
you
know what a
know?
magical space
Yeah, how would
pussy
you know?
sounds.
Wait a minute.
You know what? What the hell?
Hey, I'm a sound designer. I can do that.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyways,
You just make sounds for eldritch horrors and think that you know them.
dude, you can make one sound and make a lot. One sound can make a lot. All right. Uh, I suppose it's time to tell you what was inside the magical space pussy. You can believe me or not. What do I care? I'm the guy who's been inside the magical space pussy.
I'm trying not to laugh so hard, bro. I'm being that
Like an
ass.
elementary school like student in biology class, man.
Speed MC, you
real.
try not to laugh. Why are you not? Why are you laughing? That's disrespectful as shit.
My mom is kind of homeless.
God.
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh Jesus Christ. All right.
To
My
his
life has been.
defense, that comment was really funny.
God.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Me when we get to magical space pussy 2 and it's just the speed gif. So true.
Yeah, for real. Okay. My life has been pretty much downhill since then. I mean, fuck Neil Armstrong. Fuck Neil Armstrong. What did he see? A bunch of gray rocks? Big fucking deal. I saw a chooch growing out of the inside of a canyon. Top that, NASA. You tang drinking cocksuckers.
Hey, I like Tang. Don't you fucking deface Tang.
I like tang too, so fuck you too.
Don't deface Tang, man.
Tang is a hero in this house, damn it.
Tang is good for almost everything. Not really, but yeah, almost for me. Anyways, where was I? Ah, yes, Uncle Adolf. So I was living in Death Valley, hanging out with the Manson family, and Charlie kept mentioning this guy, Uncle Adolf. And I figured he's talking about Hitler because he's sort into this white supremacy thing. But then I started realizing that he's talking about a guy who's still alive. Then one day, the guy showed up. They asked me to come over into their cabin. And this old guy was sitting there. White hair, deep tan, lined face, pale eyes. He introduced himself as Adolf. He's got a German accent. He made no secret of the fact that he was an ex-Nazi. This made me nervous. That's kind of something you keep under your hat. He said he found Charlie at Berkeley. That Charlie was perfect for my purpose. I asked what his purpose was. He said, testing. I kind of shrugged because I didn't really give a shit about his little coy answer. I got up to leave when this mongoloid motherfucker they called Clem punched me straight in the face. And suddenly I was on my ass. There were a couple girls there, and they jumped on me and held me down and tied my hands behind my back. If I had known what they have done to Sharon Tate, I would have been unspeakably terrified. But as it was, I was merely really scared.
Who's Sharon Tate? Who is that?
Was an American actress and model. Died 1969 in August 9. Cause of death, stabbing.
Wait, Howard? What?
They were murdered by the Manson family. Tate and four others were murdered by the members of the Manson family, a cult in the home she shared with Polanski while he was away. She was 8.5 months pregnant, said on the wiki.
Oh.
Oh God.
So these are the same people that murdered this lady.
Yeah, I
Oof.
think
Yes.
didn't they mention Sharon Tate on the first part?
I don't think so.
I don't
Oh,
think so,
maybe.
but we have been talking about Mason family before.
Okay, maybe it's just
Yes,
Uh,
the Manson. This was the
The Manson
Manson
family.
cult.
Yeah,
This is the
that is
Manson
the one
cult.
that was from the first part. All right. They tossed me into the back of the June buggy and drove out into the desert. It was midday and the sky was just one giant glare. We drove for over an hour, and eventually they got me out and hauled me down into this deep sandy arroyo,
Stone
and
farm.
and
fuck off.
and they started marching me down it. They had put wooden stakes into the ground at various points, and when we came to them, they seemed really to be careful to always stay in between the stakes.
Oh, it's the
Later,
flesh on the face.
later, they had chains tied between the stakes, and all we had to go under the chains like some kind of obstacle course. I didn't know what to make of it. I had a lot of process at the time. I started to notice that the rock walls of the arroyo were abnormal. There were strange stri- how do you say that word?
Striations.
Striations through
Strange.
the rock, and what looked like the cross sections of a giant insect tunnels. I had never seen rocks like that. The whole thing
It's
was
been
just
segmented.
very alien. Then I started to hear the screaming. Up ahead, I could hear people's voices, thousands of voices, all of them screaming and howling at once. Slowly, incredibly, the screaming changed into a kind of laughter. An insane laughter. Giggles and chuckles and titters. I wonder if it was in my head. If I was so scared that my mind had cracked, or if they had dosed me with LSD or something. Finally, we went around a bend in the arroyo, and well, there it was. They said it would be a pussy, and I guess it kind of looked like one. Maybe after some kind of a drastic dildo mishap, it was just flesh, wrinkled, lobed, flabby flesh, growing out of a rock like mold or something. It had hair and pores and freckles. Some of it was pale, some of it was black. He was taller than me, and in the center there was an opening, pink and wet, like a pussy. The crowd told me, am I allowed to say that? Crowd?
I don't know what that word is.
Sauerkraut. Ich liebe Sauerkraut. It just means like German.
Yeah.
It's the way
And
the
it's
Japanese, you know.
it's like yeah,
Oh.
it's like the same way how the Americans describe the
The
Germans.
Japanese.
Yeah,
Jerry's, right? They called them
Jerry's. Yeah,
Jerry's.
Jerry's. Yeah,
Another word for them was krauts.
yeah.
As in like
Interesting.
Sauerkraut.
Mhm.
Ich liebe Sauerkraut.
You can also hear that word being used in like movies and video games as well. So, all right.
Okay.
They told me he wanted to see its level of development. He took a revolver from one of the girls and pointed at my face and told me to walk inside. It was either get shot or go into the big mangled pussy. It was honestly a tough choice. There was something completely fucked up, completely not right about that thing. Something in my bones told me not to go into it, not to go near it, to just take the bullet in the head. But I figured maybe I could just go in a little bit and then wait for them to leave and get the hell out of there. Not a great plan, but the best I could come up with. So I went in. The entrance was barely wide enough to slip into. All I could see was glistening pink flesh ahead. There was this sound like laughter, and then screaming, and then laughter that was coming from the deep inside. The walls were blood, warm on my shoulders, and the smell was, well, what you might expect. Not great. Let's just say it was not great. I pushed forward, and the walls kind of gave way and found myself through this slimy, suffocating flesh. And I'm starting to panic because my hands are still tied behind my back. And I'm feeling I'm about to choke on this stuff. And the walls are moving, like pulsating. I feel like I'm being digested. Then suddenly, I'm pushed through this kind of chamber. Talk about talk about out of the frying pan and into the fire. The chamber was just a nightmare. I mean, I never I've just never seen that. It was unholy. There were faces and heads and legs all kind of fused together. The walls were just these crawling limbs and these terrified faces and fusions of teeth and cheeks and hair and fingers coming out of the knees and just they all those people. Were they still people? Had they ever been people? Had they been made a part of that thing? I started to scream. Everything around me was screaming. All the mouths and walls were screaming. And I was screaming too. Then I was laughing. Then I felt hands and mouths all over my body. And they were tickling me, touching me all over. Then I was screaming again. I had to get out of there. I had to get out of the nightmare. I started pushing back towards the entrance, but the hands were all over me. I felt something bite into my hip. A mouth was biting me. I screamed at this sharp pain and moved away from it. I started to think that maybe I could get one of these mouths to bite through my ropes, and then I would at least have my hands free. I struggled to turn around and move the ropes towards the mouth, but then when I got in position, the mouth bit right into my finger instead. The pain was incredible, but I was giggling, just laughing and laughing. The mouth pulled the flesh from my finger like it was a chicken wing. Another mouth bit into my shoulder. I was chuckling away at this point. The hands were grabbing me, pulling on me, pulling me apart, tearing my arms right out of their sockets. Fingers were digging in between my ribs. I was slathered with blood and screaming as the fingers dug into my eyes. Well, I guess at this point, you're probably wondering how your intrepid narrator managed to escape the bottomless pit. How I managed to survive hell to tell this tale. I simply didn't. I never escaped the bottomless pit. I am the bottomless pit. I am the tree of life.
That ending is kind of boring, but I do like
Damn.
this entry. You gotta admit, it's kind of meh.
I like how Redman
Yeah.
read it. That laugh is really cool, but like, damn.
The ending is kind of meh.
It
But
just went I don't know, took a like nosedive.
I'm
Ooh.
willing to I'm willing to suspend my disbelief of like oh I died, but I'm posting on Reddit. It's like it's for the benefit of the story, right? We want to know what it's like to experience embrace, because that's what embrace is, right? The piranhas ripping you to shreds.
Yeah.
You're in the flesh interface, and the walls is covered in mouths, faces, and arms, and when you touch the wall, like mouths bite into you, fingers like claw into your flesh, and you get consumed by the people
Embrace.
of the flesh interface. Which I'm
Yeah.
wondering, are those people like the victims of the Manson cult, or was that flesh interface there
Oh,
before
hi,
the
Stars.
Manson
How are you
cult was
doing?
there?
Yeah, I am so sorry.
I'm
We'll
not exactly sure.
we'll come back to your usual
But that is
shenanigans
very interesting that
later
you get a
today.
description
You
of
just
what
wanted to read the
Embrace is
story.
like.
I am so sorry, but yeah.
There's
The ending
only
is pretty weak though. I don't
yeah.
like that. ending.
There was only 9 murders of the man
Most likely not. Yeah,
from
9
that.
is not enough to
Yeah,
make
it's
a
not
flesh
enough.
interface, I would imagine.
I
But
guess
I
9
think
is the documented ones in this case.
Mhm.
wait, hang on a second. Wait, hang on. Let me go back.
I'm imagining that the Manson cult was simply putting more bodies into this thing. Like they didn't make this thing, but they were like offering to it like it was some kind of shrine, you know?
Yes.
I'd
Yes.
imagine that's what it's like.
Also, there
Uh,
is a hyperlinks on there.
we have
One is
art.
from Nordic culture, yeah, and this other one is art.
Let's see
Uh,
art. I want to see the art.
I think it's
The
about the
tree
tree of
of
life.
life. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that ending is kind of boring. Like, I'm the
It
tree
was
of life,
boring
whatever the fuck that means.
because it's like
It's very Jeff the Killer-esque, you know? Very
Hmm.
teenage, very juvenile. Like,
Okay, yeah, the entire story, though, it's written like it was written by a teenager from the 80s. So that makes sense. That checks out.
what I was also thinking is that I really thought that the narrator was likely to survive, but once I saw
No.
it like it bit into the finger and then all the hands are, ripping the narrator apart, I think yeah, that is where the series just took a nosedive, and the final nail in the coffin for the final nail in the coffin here is, I am the tree of life and all like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This story is good. The only thing that
Mhm.
I don't like is the last part where
Yeah.
I wish he just said, I never escaped. I am the bottomless pit. I am the tree of life. I wish that's all he said. But the fact that he goes like, well, you may be wondering how I, your intrepid narrator, managed to escape. But ha ha ha, I
We
am the tree of life. Like, it's just so, ugh. Like,
we
come on,
are
Edgy,
in
man. You
so
know?
Reddit.
edgy.
We are in
It's
Reddit,
so
and this is
cheesy.
a fucking teenager talking. So
Wait,
But, but,
what?
but I still like this entry. The explanation, the description of what it's like to be embraced is really cool. It's just that last part that like threw me off. Like that's really cheesy, bro. That's gross. You know?
yeah,
I
but
still like
The
this.
uh yeah, sorry. Go, you guys go ahead.
I mean, it's kind of a fitting ending to something called magical space pussy, I guess.
It does fit. I do agree. It does fit.
Mm-hmm.
The guy just
L-
dies,
It's not
becomes a
like it
tree
was
of
the
life.
most mature story ever, especially with the title of
No, we
magical
can
space
clearly
pussy.
tell that the account, the perspective is not mature at all. Like from the
Yeah,
start of this, like of this perspective, you can already tell that the narrator is not very mature. So I guess that's just,
yeah, it's
it's
far for
not
the
the
courses.
author being, it's just like that's just the perspective that we have
And not just that, if you go to the original post or link comment,
about
Finally,
balloons.
a return to form. R/funny.
funny. I always have these bags. I always have a bag of these around. Abusive balloons. Happy fucking whatever.
You know what? Again, fitting for the tone of this fucking story.
Yeah.
The
And
comment.
if you scroll down, secretly different.
They
Dude,
should
what
they
the
should do
fuck?
these. They should do these for condoms too. Almost encouraging, really. So space
Damn.
magical pussy too, right? Dude, what the fuck?
I love that. I'm hearing that I'm hearing that comment in the voice of Alan from Smiling Friends. Like, dude, what the fuck? It's like
Dude, what the fuck?
that's how I'm hearing that voice.
What are
Look,
you
there's
saying,
more
Glep?
comments. It's like outside of the Mother Horse Eyes comment. Look at the on GC on Discord.
Other
Blow
balloon
me.
ideas, blow me. Don't get well. Happy first birthday, you cunt. Good thing you can read yet.
like some of these balloons actually.
Where can I'm pretty sure that they have this hosted and
Oh,
like
I bet it's on
listed
Amazon,
on.
bro.
I get the
You can
traumatic
find this shit
experience
off
from
Amazon.
I get
Is
the
it on
traumatic
like
experience for
fucking
Mother
thing?
Horse Eyes, but I also get a funny moment. Wow. Awesome.
Oh
Do
my
you
goodness.
remember the two gay men post?
The
That
two
was
gay men
so
joke.
funny.
Yeah.
Hearing about the two gay men, that was so funny.
Oh my
Was that a?
god.
That was when we got the description of what Mother Horse Eyes looks like. It was about the
I
two gay
think
men.
so. Yeah.
Oh my
Holy
we
shit.
But that
again.
concludes this timeline, this perspective.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
guy becomes embraced and turns into the tree of life.
The tree of
And that's
life.
interesting. Like the flesh conglomerate inside of the flesh interface is what they call the tree of life. So I'm wondering because the bottomless pit is the flesh interface and the tree of life is the mass of bodies in there. It's the consciousness of all of the victims of this flesh interface morphed into one flesh conglomerate. And I'm wondering, maybe this isn't the last time we see of the Tree of Life, because maybe the Tree of Life will like add more to the story. But like this guy, as like a regular person, this concludes his story. This is how he dies. He becomes part of the Tree of Life. That's
How
really
is
cool.
it? How is he connected to the internet though? How did he find r/funny inside
I'm
the flesh
willing
pit?
to suspend my disbelief that this
I
guy
imagine.
posting on Reddit,
I imagine the tree of life, the flesh interface, just browsing
he has a
Reddit one
laptop. He
day.
has a Lenovo gaming laptop, and was
Imagine
just typing
the
around.
magical space pussy, but with glasses on, just reading Reddit or something. Okay,
Okay. Next
next
post,
one. Antlee.
24th. I'll be reading this one. The title is The North Korean Situation.
I'm sorry, that just
Here you go.
reminds me of a fucking Moiscurical video.
Hey guys.
The North Korea
my name
situation is crazy.
Critical. I currently have a news for you guys today, and
I-
this talks about the North Korean situation, and we're gonna talk about it
I'm
right
just
now.
imagining like the 9/11 situation is crazy, guys. The Twin Towers is crazy.
And it
Guys-
just okay. No offense to Americans is watching, but if it's the 9/11 situation is crazy, I can already imagine it's just the Twin Towers.
All right,
It's a
all right.
stretch.
See you
Or
guys.
like why did
Alright,
you
see you
join at this
guys.
time, Arlen? It's like
Just
the perfect
stretch
time
as
for
a
you to join.
thumbnail.
Anyway, hi
The
girl.
Trojan horse
Hi.
situation is crazy, guys.
Oh my god.
You wouldn't believe it.
Anyways, that's about it. So yeah, see ya.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki situation is crazy, guys. It's
The flesh
crazy.
interface situation is
The
crazy.
bubonic plague in Europe is crazy. Situation is crazy, guys.
The Iwo Jima situation is insane.
Oh my god.
That's about it. See ya.
Arlet says I just woke up. What? Thank you,
Has
Arlen.
somebody
Welcome.
made a Moist Critical parody where he covers like an ancient era event, like the Trojan horse? Or
I
something?
think so. I think so.
All right, guys. See ya.
Oh my god.
Anyway, hello, Riega. Anyway,
Hello, Arlet.
the North Korean situation in the 1980s was unique, as most North Korean situations are. They built something he haven't seen before or since, an independent flesh interface of enormous size and power, but within a contained incident zone and no metallic cylinders. We detected it via the cosmic ray information signature, which was concentrated on a secure, shielded facility outside the Hwasong prison camp.
North Korea situation. So why did I join
This was a
For the funny,
huge
Arlen, for the
underground
funny.
facility,
This is so
which
funny,
they
right?
had been
so
constructing
funny.
for over a decade. We anticipated that they would construct a portal level interface and were fully prepared to bomb it before it became uncontained. What we didn't expect is it would achieve level 7 cosmic transmission rates without all of the other signs of full-fledged portals. We considered bombing it anyways or using our brilliant Pebbles kinetic orbital strike system, but instead we managed to get two agents into the facility to take a look at it. They achieved high level security clearance and found that the Koreans were using the Flesh interface as an information processing facility. This was quite novel as we had always considered it to be potential weapon system. Our curiosity was truly piqued. Clearly, the Norks knew something we didn't. Unfortunately, our agents weren't able to access the enormous mainframe chamber, which actually housed the interface. All they knew was that it was in a huge chamber full of temperature regulated water. We instructed them to breach the chamber and get a look at it, then send us the data by satellite. We knew full well that it would probably cost them their lives, but we pumped them up with a lot of the "do it for the planet" rhetoric. So one night, they put on dive suits and went into the chamber. It was basically like a huge lake contained within a massive darkened steel box. Imagine a flooded warehouse with endless rows of dim ceilings and shine dim ceiling lights shining down on rippling black water. They jumped into the water and pretty quickly they picked up some pretty interesting audio signals with varying frequencies. A kind of squeaking, mewling sound. They recognized the sound for what it was right away, but had a hard time believing it. Whale songs. The chamber contained several adult humpback whales. So this is
Oh no.
interesting here. It's saying that North Korea has a flesh interface near the Hwasong concentration camp, and what they um what they found interesting about this one is that it's not showing the signs of regular interfaces where like the it has the metallic cylinders. Um they sent a couple of agents to check it out, and when they found it, it was actually in this like box that was filled with water. So when they went in, they found that this chamber was completely flooded with water and has the flesh interface, but it has whales. It's just several adult humpback whales. So we have another player in the field here. Um we have the CIA, we have the Axis powers, Japan and Germany. We have Russia, and now we have North Korea here
Damn
building
it.
these flesh interfaces. So like all of the world powers knows about this shit and they're like making their own, which is interesting.
Wait,
Oh,
so if a humpback whale is that large,
It's a pretty
how
big, several
gets
of them. So it's a pretty big chamber.
how do they fit in that
And imagine it's just
huge lake?
massive, like a massive like.
they do say that it's like a really, really powerful flesh interface. It's just that
Mhm.
it doesn't have the normal traits of a normal interface. They don't have like the
I think it's
huge
because it's
cylinders.
underwater.
And
Like
it's
Yeah,
limitless.
and
true.
it's
We do
temperature
know.
controlled, temperature regulated water. So I think the North Koreans cracked the code of how to like manipulate the flesh interface to do something like that. As they said, they were using it as like an information something like for with their weapons,
Yeah,
basically.
information processing. It was basically a computer.
Interesting.
Also, we
And
have a YouTube video of what
hyperlinks,
whale songs are.
which is redirects to a 17-year-old video from 2008 of a humpback whale song.
I really want to
You know
hear it.
that you know how I have a fear of whales.
Yeah. I
Damn,
also
dude, this
have
this is
that.
not your story, huh?
Man,
God, imagine hearing that. Jesus Christ.
I hate these sounds. I hate these sounds.
I would not recommend you play Subnautica.
I have both Below Zero and Subnautica is because Tiffany plays it. I don't
Oh,
play
okay.
it, obviously,
Damn.
but Tiffany plays it.
Obviously. Yeah.
So that's what they were
Uh,
hearing. Fuck.
I don't
And
like
like whales
hearing.
are loud, so I'm just imagining like, the sound like vibrating through their body as they're like in the water with their diving suits. Ugh.
We don't know the purpose of the whales being there, right? We just know that they're there.
Not yet. We just know that it's an underground thing and it has whales. That's what we know so far.
Mm.
And since it's like an underwater thing, there's probably like maybe like chitinous crucible creatures. We're probably gonna see those again.
Yeah. They don't mention them now,
Interesting.
but yeah. What is the original comment?
The original, the original was on r/pics. Says Arnold visited my friend who is serving in Kuwait. Arnold Schwarzenegger
Wait,
never hovered hands.
why would you cover your hand if you're a super famous rich celebrity? So in North Korea, they have a flesh portal underwater, which houses a bunch of whales. They were
What?
using it as a information processing facility.
What?
What? If you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, you grip it by the husk, and you fuck it until it dusk. Okay, great.
I think you read it.
Thank you, Reddit.
What?
I don't know, man.
Oh, what's that
This is
sound? I heard that sound. Oh, that's from Lee
sorry.
telling. But yeah, that's
Sorry
Reddit.
about that.
It's
That's
Antlee
fine.
just doing a flesh interface. He's probably doing the laughter cycle right now. He's probably gonna scream in agony in a bit.
My brother is playing Roblox in the background. It's very annoying.
Wait, hang
Equally
on.
as terrifying as a flesh
Speaking.
interface.
Hang on. Wait. Before we move on, show this to your brother, by the way. Hang on.
Hmm.
It's on Discord.
Oh. Okay, this is gonna offend a bunch of like my subscribers because for some reason a lot of them play Roblox. However, ooh, Steam jump scare, Steam jump scare, Steam
like
jump
how you're
scare, Steam jump scare. Ooh,
I like how you're zooming it. It's like, ooh, Steam
ooh,
jump
Steam jump scare, Steam jump scare.
This
Oh
video
my
has been
God.
this stream has been mass reported by a lot of
Oh God.
Roblox players.
Again, we don't have to
Very
worry about
sad.
any of that, but if we play 5 seconds of copyrighted material, we are so fucked. You have no idea.
They don't.
But we're fine.
5 seconds is all you can get to put on your, like, I don't know, stream intro or something.
Yeah, this is so
Any more
sad.
than that, any more than that, the whole video is taken down.
Could you imagine
Or
being the
stream.
person that uploaded this picture and just seeing that fucking comment? Like, look, guys, we made a famous actor while I was serving in Kuwait. Look at this picture, guys. North Korea.
North
Just North Korea. I like
Whales
how there's
for some reason.
there's a hyperlink in North Korea. Like, we need to know what North Korea is. Again,
I
very,
think
very
we
strange
know what-
placements.
I think we know what North Korea is all about, guys.
Oh my
This is
god,
Greek.
bro.
Oh yeah, this is Greek. I just realized that. Okay.
All right.
Next post.
Yes.
How do I explain mother? Ooh.
The post 25. How do I explain mother? How do I explain mother? What was she? Great Babylon, the mother of prostitutes and the abominations of the earth. I used to lie in my bed, the blinds pulled against the summer sunlight, listening to the sounds of other kids playing outside. I lay there for hours, not sleeping, wondering who had made Mother. She was made from all different sorts of animal parts. One of her feet was big, heavy hoof. The other one was a tiny little kitty cat paw. I could hear her clumping around downstairs. Her smell of cigarettes and disease. It was everywhere in the house, pooling in the darkness. Slowly, night would come, and I would imagine floating out of my window, floating up into the deep starry blue, looking down on all of the houses shrinking into tiny boxes, the clean breeze blowing on my face. And oh, how I would cry in my little bed. I was very young when mother first came. I had another mommy before her, a good one, who wore pearls and had a voice like music. Then one day, I got sick, a fever. I was crying all day and it went on for weeks. I guess my first mommy couldn't take it anymore, and one night she left forever. When I came down for breakfast the next morning, this new thing was waiting for me in the kitchen. At least, I think that's what happened. Mother never talked. She just snorted and made horse sounds. Awful. Her parts were sewn together with yarn, and there were patches of wet burlap. I didn't see her eyes until she had been there for almost a year. Have you ever seen horse eyes up close? They're like goat's eyes. They have a sideways pupil. I would come home after school and there would be kids sitting at the breakfast table. She gave them medicine, so
Horse mouths are not that
they
big, you
did
see.
whatever
How would
she
you
wanted
know?
them to.
Wait a minute.
It made them just sit there staring and shaking. Then she would take them down in the basement and make them into things. She tried to make me do it too, but I didn't want to. I realized she was afraid of the Bible. I realized it had power, blood power. When I read it to her, her different pieces would shudder and pull apart, and she would howl like a wolf, and blood would run from her segments. The Bible brought transmissions from the cross that floated in the red summer sky. Everything in time is arranged around the epicenter wherein the nail drove into Christ's hand. Lines of possibilities radiate outward from it. Kingdoms rise and fall, men grow and die like flowers in a field. Oh my god.
So this is Mother Horse Eyes, right?
Yes.
Yes.
This
And
is
translating the Greek at the end is Revelation 17, verse 8. The beast that you saw was and is not and is about to ascend out of the bottomless pit and go to perdition.
Oh no.
So, what I love about this is that Mother Horse Eyes is afraid of the Bible. So, I think what this is what we interpret as the devil. Mother Horse Eyes is afraid of the Bible. It hurts her. It causes the blood from her patches to burst out, and she shivers from like the words from the holy words of the Bible. And that
Okay,
is
Alexander,
awesome.
you
Like,
put up a Bible.
this
True.
is not Lucifer. This is not the devil. This is not the monster that the Bible tells us
Very
about.
limited.
But this is what the Bible is trying to warn us of. It's not accurate that there is a devil, but when they speak of the devil, they think of this thing. This is what we write about when we describe the devil. And that's so awesome.
Oh my god. There are a couple of links here that I'm really scared of opening. Like, have you seen
The
a
horse
horse
eyes.
eyes up close?
Yeah, it's pretty. It is
It
just a
looks
picture
human.
of a horse's eyes, but it's still pretty freaky.
Ugh. Okay, that scared the
It
shit out
looks
of me. Awesome.
human. It looks
They're
human.
like goat's eyes. Okay, I know what a goat's eyes look like. However, yep. Ugh. Uh. Oh, this one's a song, Blood Power. There is power in blood.
Blood power. What is that?
That's not,
We,
no, not that one.
There's power in the blood by Louis E. Jones.
1899.
Salvation
Salvation.
Victory.
Yeah,
Scripture, Revelation 7 4.
Make it explode. Oh.
would you
Chapter
be
7,
free
verse
from the
22.
burden of sin? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Would you over evil a victory win? There's wonderful power in the blood. Oof.
Interesting. Kingdom rise and fall, men grow and die like flowers in a field, and it's a okay, it's a Bible verse. Fuck. God, some other horse says it again. It's just why? I don't get it. Why?
Why what?
Why she's the
Like
way
why
she
what?
is? Oh, I don't know what to make of this. Like, yeah, it's a more descriptive. There's a more descriptions of like mother horse eyes
Sewn together with yarn, and there were patches of wet
and like how
burlap
to quote
What?
unquote
see
hurt her.
eyes until she
And then there was like
normalcy.
children at the table, and Mother Horse Eyes would give the children medicine and take them down to the basement to turn them into something. But our protagonist, like the person telling this account, said that she didn't want to, and she would use the Bible to to push Horse Eyes away. And that's easily my favorite part of that entry. Is that the the Bible hurts her, and like she's basically the devil. She's like in this story, Lucifer isn't real. Like Satan isn't real, but Mother Horse Eyes is real. And that Mother Horse Eyes is the Satan figure that the Bible warns us about. So when he speaks the words, the holy words of God to the monster, it shrieks, it bleeds, it trembles and howls like a wolf. It hurts her. The Bible like hurts this creature because that is what God warned us about. This is the devil that is written in the holy words of God. That's so
Oh my
cool.
god, this is crazy. Jesus Christ. I wonder what the original comment was.
The original comment
R
was
slash what the fuck? V removes nail to get into wall. Okay. The real
there
what the
was a
fuck of this
mention.
What?
thread.
There was a mention of a nail. It was when Jesus gets nailed in the hand. Or the...
Oh, it's a gif. Of a, yeah, I mean it is what it says. It's a nail getting removed from the wall by a V. And okay, yeah, there's that nail price thingy. So I guess there's the relation. But still, what the fuck?
the the caption for the GIF is um the caption of the GIF is "I don't believe it. She nailed it." I'm like,
Oh my
thanks,
god.
thanks, Imgur.
That's 2016 humor right there, I guess.
It was 10 years ago, that is true.
Yeah, can't you
God,
believe
fucking-
2016 is 10 years ago? Almost 10 years ago?
I don't want to think about it. We're not old. We're definitely not old. 2016 is still recent, right, guys? Every
What
day
year
I'm
again?
shuffling.
Did you know that Wendigoon graduated high school in 2017? It's that long ago.
Wait, what?
He was born in 1999 and graduated high school in
Oh,
2017.
I don't
Got
like the
married and
fact that Wendigoon and I are around the same age. That is terrifying. That is a terrifying thought, man.
bro's progressing faster than you, man. He's already married.
What the fuck?
I hate this gift so much.
The nail.
No.
Up to you if you want to look at it, Ram.
Oh, yeah. I'm not showing that. We're not showing that. Oh
No.
my god. Wow. So TLDR, Mother Horse Eyes is the devil, or at least what the Bible was talking
Our
about.
interpretation of what the devil is Mother Orsai's. I'm
Jesus
really
Christ.
fascinated by this entry, like this perspective of the child with Mother Orsai's.
Honestly, I'd expect the child to be absolutely terrified to not even like write anything. But I guess they've been there long enough that it's like whatever. This is what she is.
What's so scary about this is that she had a real mom, but she got sick. And one day the real mom left, and when she went to go downstairs, her real mom was gone and Mother Horse Eyes was there. So I'm wondering if does this person not remember going into a flesh interface, or did that actually happen? Did the mom leave and was replaced by Mother Horse Eyes, or did the person die? And this is what her afterlife is. She's with Mother Horse Eyes.
Yeah, because she
Because
was
like she
pretty
said, like
sick.
she has a fever for weeks.
Ram makes the
Uh,
point.
So like, did the
She
child
was.
die? And this is what the child sees.
Mm, I mean, Ram makes a point that that she was sick. The mother was sick, and then
I
is
don't
this
think the mom
after?
was
He
sick.
quote
The
unquote.
mom was not sick. The child was sick
Oh,
for
the child
Yeah,
was
weeks.
it was
sick.
just the child.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
Uh,
child was sick for weeks.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And
But
then the
uh,
mother left and was replaced by Mother Horse Eyes.
but if the kid died and ended up there,
The
that
kid,
implies that this is hell. Why would the child go to hell?
the kid. Yeah, that makes sense. Kid died. Mother
If
saw
we
that left
if we
in her
go
life.
back
Uh-huh.
to the post from Mother Horse Eyes, the first time that the author addressed us, she described Mother Horse Eyes as like taking in lost children. So I don't think that this child necessarily deserved to go to hell. I think Mother Horse Eyes chose this child to be with them, to be under her care. I think that's what it's like interpreting as.
Okay.
So I think the child died, and Mother Horse Eyes chose him to be, like, to be under
Okay.
Mother Horse Eyes' care. Cool.
Damn. Okay. Do we move on to the
Next
next one?
entry. Yes.
Okay. Title: Breach the underwater chamber. Oh, they're gonna continue North Korea. Oh god.
It's back in North Korea.
Yeah, this is the 26th post. So, two of our agents had reached the underwater chamber containing the North Korean flesh interface and found nothing but several humpback whales. Now, this was a head scratcher. We knew it was a flesh interface because it was receiving information-rich rays coming from the outer space. Yet, how could it be taking the form of a humpback whale? All previous interfaces had taken a decisively less conventional form.
What?
Huh?
How could it be taking the form of hump? So it looks like whales? What? Is that
So
what
I
it's saying?
guess I think so. Yeah, we knew it was the flesh interface because it was receiving information-rich rays coming from
Oh
outer
my
space.
god, it looks like a whale? What?
Yet, how could it be taking the form of humpback whales? All previous interfaces had taken on a decidedly less conventional form.
Oh, that's horrifying. It looks like a whale.
The flesh interface?
Jesus. Yes,
I
the
don't
flesh
like it.
interface looks like a
I don't like
whale.
that. I don't
Bro.
like that. No, that's
What the
large.
fuck?
No. That's also gonna fuel claustrophobia for Lee.
What
This
the
is
hell?
this
That's
is
so
not yours.
cool. What?
Oh my god.
It,
Well,
the flesh interface looks like a whale.
looks
That
like
is.
a whale.
Oh.
Not even like a whale, just a bunch of humpback whales. Not even one. Why? Well,
Oof.
they are in. Nice typo. Well, our agents decided to get a closer look. There were 3 whales, 2 adults and a calf. They appear normal in every respect, though it was difficult to get a close look at them. They seemed to be in quite a bit of distress. Though the agents were not biologists and had a limited understanding of what whale distress looks like. The agents noticed some very loud, low-frequency percussive sounds coming from the bottom of the chamber. It was entirely hidden in darkness. So they headed towards the bottom, a distance of several stories. There, they shined their lights around and made a fairly alarming discovery. Bones. Enormous curving rib bones, jawbones, are vertebrae. They were apparently whale bones. They also noticed a large, circular gate on the floor of the chamber, which was closed at the time. At this point, one of the agents began to panic. He had to come to the conclusion that the whales were not the interface itself, but were merely food for the interface, which was perhaps being held in another chamber below this one. There were some problems with this theory. Why use whales, a fairly rare and very difficult animal to corral, when they could just use a large amount of smaller fish? Well, it's just speculation. It's all just speculation. The agents quickly swam out of the chamber and never found out what was behind the gate. If anything, later gave us some very valuable information on the facility's information processing capabilities, which were staggering and quite appealing to imagine in the hands of a regime such as the DPRK. Since they're
Pause.
Yeah.
So, okay. So the flesh interface, it does not take the form of a whale. They saw the whales and thought, is that the flesh interface? No, they never saw the flesh interface. It was on a lower part of the chamber behind a closed hatch.
Okay.
And they just thought the whales were the flesh interface, but they're not. They theorizing that it's food. So they never even saw the thing.
Yeah, they saw the bones. They saw everything.
They saw
that
the
makes
bones,
sense.
so something was killing the
Eat-
whales.
Eating and
But
consuming
they
the
never
whales.
saw the flesh interface itself. They only saw the whales. Oof.
Okay. Since there was no incident zone and segmentation wasn't an issue, we were able to solve the problem quite neatly by releasing a nerve agent into the water chamber. The cosmic ray download stopped shortly thereafter, indicating success, though it did result in the loss of both agents and a major loss of life at the facility overall. Anyways, that was our first encounter with an MBIS, Massive Biological Information System, and a near encounter with what we would later come call a skinship. Its destruction has allowed for the continued validity of prime number-based encryption systems, though some of the secrets uncovered by the DPRK during that time have forced us into the unpleasant position of supporting the regime. Blackmail, basically. Okay.
That's so
Interface.
scary. Massive biological information system. That's the flesh interface computer that North Korea had that they destroyed with the nerve agent.
And so,
Oof.
they
They never
continue-
even saw it. They don't know what the computer looks like. They just know that it's a computer that eats whales, bro. What the Oh, that's
Hey,
so
I'm
cool.
thinking about upgrading my computer. What do you think I should get? Yeah, just get like 3 or 4 whales. That should be good enough. What? What?
And feed it to the MBIS, the Massive Biological Information System.
What can it
What
run
was
do?
this? What does this supercomputer look like, bro? And it eats whales? Oh my god.
I, I find this last comment interesting. Is the instruction has a lot for the continued validity of prime number based encryption systems, like prime
That leads to
factorization.
Privacy Canada article.
Yeah, it's about encryption. It is encryption. It talks about prime numbers. Uh, I don't know what this means though. I don't know what in the
I'm
context of the story what this means.
I'm sorry, I'm bad at math.
Same.
And I
High
like
five.
how when I did check on that article, the last line. I mean, they were like
Wait,
explaining
wait,
what
wait,
prime
wait.
numbers is.
I think I know what that means. I think they were using the supercomputer to crack prime number based encryption
Mm-hmm.
systems. But because
As a
they
key.
destroyed it, they could keep using it. Because it says there, some of the secrets uncovered by North Korea during that time has forced us into unpleasant positions.
Oh,
So
okay.
they were
Mm,
using the flesh computer to decipher like secret messages, and because they destroyed it, they were still allowed to use that encryption system. But North Korea knew enough that they could still blackmail America even if they destroyed the supercomputer. So they were using the supercomputer to decrypt secret
Okay, that makes
messages.
sense. Fuck. All that just for decrypting. Fuck. So yeah, blackmail basically. Fuck. That is so cool.
This was the 1980s, I think. This timeline is taking in. I think.
Let me go back to
seems
the previous post in North Korea to see if they mention it again.
1980s, yes, the North
Yeah,
Korean situation in the
1980s.
1980s. So yeah, I assume they didn't have the technological requirements to decode this, but they
Even
made the flesh
even then, with
interface to
like
do
current
it.
technology, to crack an encryption like this, it would take like years. Even with like the fastest computer, if you brute force it. So
Hmm.
whatever this massive biological information system is, has an insane amount of computer power that it can basically just decrypt things like by brute forcing it and doing it so fast. That is so
That's
cool,
so
man.
that's so scary. Like it's underwater, it eats whales. It's a massive flesh interface and it's being used as a computer. Like what does that look like?
Could it be that they put it underwater just so it doesn't overheat? You know, like like a normal computer would.
I
Like yeah,
think
we know
being
about the flesh interface being on the surface doing different shit. But if we look at it
Mhm.
like in a computer way, being underwater it would like make it work better.
I still think Korea cracked the code on how to make it into a computer because, like the author said, it's not showing signs of what other interfaces have, like the metallic cylinders, for example. So
The cylinders and
they're cultivating this thing, they're manipulating it to turn into a computer.
yeah. Yeah, it says here
My
there's no incident
favorite
zone and
part.
no segmentation.
Yeah, there's
Segmentation.
no incident zone. So Korea knows something that we don't. And my favorite part of this, we never get to see it. We don't know what it looks like. We're only left to imagine what it looks like. Oh, that's so
God.
awesome. Like they
What was
never
the
even saw the thing. They just saw the whales. And they saw the whales was like, is that the flesh interface? I was like, no, the flesh interface eats the whales.
the whale seems like a resource.
Oh my god. It's Jesus Christ.
No thanks. A theory that I have, like when they said like why use whales, they couldn't they just use like large amount of small fish? I think it's because whales are intelligent enough to have emotions. They feel happiness, they feel sadness, they feel grief, they feel depression. So I think because whales are so intelligent, the flesh interface feeds off of their misery.
Oh yeah, because they like
They're distressed.
they
The
would
whales are
yeah
distressed.
the agents like saw that they were distressed, but like fuck
I think that's the reason why they're using whales because whales are intelligent enough that their misery feeds the flesh interface. It's not just a matter of like flesh, it's a matter of consciousness. They need something intelligent enough to feel pain. Not physical pain, but like mental anguish, you know.
yeah, either mental anguish or great joy, like with the other people that are on LSD.
They need a vessel that has the consciousness and the intelligence, the complicated like intelligence to feel these heavy emotions. So that's why they chose whales.
Fuck.
So cool.
Let, let's see what the original post was. Again, r/ what the fuck. It seems like he went from r/
Airplane.
funny to r/ what the fuck. Interesting.
Yeah, it's an airplane crashes into a tree, but the image does not exist.
The image is gone.
Good.
You gotta give prop to people whose first instinct is to run towards a disaster looking to help. Good on you, lady. I feel like I used to be one of those people who would do the same, but after seeing the giant puddle of fuel ignite under the plane, I'm not so sure now. Flash interfaces, am I right, fellas? Am I right or am I right?
I'm not sure what the fuck I just read, but I want to know more. You already know too much. The space whales are coming for you.
Wow, just someone just says wow. Wow.
This
Spammer?
chamber is massive. It's enough to fit 3 humpback whales, and it's enough to like have the corpse of one, the skeleton of one at the bottom of it, and there's a hatch below it, so the flesh interface itself might even be larger than this.
We never get to see it.
We
They kill
never
it.
know what it is, and they destroyed it with a nerve agent.
Yeah.
But still, they got blackmailed anyways. By,
I mean, yeah, they got enough codes,
NK.
enough secrets, they might as well.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Alright. Can we move on?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I reading next, right?
I think it's... Did I read the last one?
Yeah.
Okay, I read Breach Underwater Chamber, but I didn't read the other one, the kid one. So I think the next one is still me.
Okay.
Wait, you didn't read the
Uh,
kid one? Oh yeah, I read the kid one.
Yeah,
You
yeah, I
read
read
the kid
one.
Yeah.
This next one, yeah, you get to be a furry.
Bork.
Title: I dreamt I was a dog. This is the 27th post, man. Fuck. Last night, I dreamt I was a dog. I lived on a small family farm somewhere on the American frontier, back in the time of plow mules and butter churns. It was one of those long dreams that felt like an entire lifetime. I remembered the end of the dream with an awful clarity, but the beginning seems to something that happened many years ago. The first images are vivid but disjointed. I recall the shape of my master walking against the sunlight overhead, the smell of his leather boots, the shadows at the edge of the forest, a little pigtailed girl hugging me, fresh mud in the spring, warm floorboards in the winter. Everything had a peaceful storybook quality to it, except one thing. Sometimes, late at night, I heard singing. It came from outside, out there in the far distance, from somewhere in the deep forest beyond the boundaries of my world. Some nights, it was one voice, but usually it was many, singing a strange, aching song. It sounded like a haunted crying. When I was little, I had whimpered and cried like this to my mother. But who was crying out there in the night? What kind of dark mother was listening? When I first heard the singing, I was filled with a blood dread. The hair on my back bristled, and I growled and barked in the darkness. Even after the night finally went silent, I trotted around for hours in vigilant anger. Later, as I heard it more often, I learned to accept it with a sullen unease. Of course, the singing was the sound of wolves howling, but I didn't know this in the dream. In the dream, I'd never seen a wolf in my life. One winter, I began to see them prowling in the woods. To me, they were ghost dogs, shadows sneaking between trees, eyes glinting in the twilight. I growled and barked at them, but didn't pursue. For several months, they never encroached on my world. They finally came on a late winter's evening. The sun had sunk into an orange glow beyond the edge of the world. The family was in the cabin, and I was out trotting through the snow, anxious to get back to them because I knew food would be coming soon. Then, atop a small hill by the apple trees, an apparition. My body snapped to attention, and I growled, the hairs on my back standing on end. It was a wolf, just a stone's throw from me, its silvery coat half lit in the dying light of day. It came toward me in a sleek, soundless jaunt. I barked and snapped at the air. It slowed and stopped just beyond my longing distance. Now, crazed with fear and anger, I saw that it was a large female, healthy, well-fed, with a gorgeous coat, misty gray. The color was snow seen at winter's distance. Its smell was alien, confusing, but laced with a clear and potent confidence, a supreme assuredness. Indeed, it did not seem to be afraid of me at all, nor did it threaten. Its mouth hung slack, and steam issued from its muzzle in steady, happy puffs. This calmed me for a moment, and then in the next moment redoubled my anger. I growled from the deepest, most murderous parts of my dog self. It spoke to me. Its mouth didn't move, and there was no sound, but by the logic of the dream, it spoke to me a clear, dignified voice. "Hello, child." I snarled at it. I took another step forward, and its eyes caught the last of the sunlight, glowing in a fantastic array of yellows. Those eyes, rimmed jet black like mascara, projected a powerful allure and otherworldly glamour. You bark and snarl, but look at my face. Am I not of your kind? It asked. I could not answer. I could only growl softly. Is my face not like your mother's? Do you remember her? The sudden scent of distant memory came to me, and I felt a pang of loneliness. I had not seen my mother or any other dog since I was small. Since I had come to the farm, my only family had been the people I lived with, and a few of the more tolerant pigs. I searched now for dim, fragrant memories of my mother. I felt her huge, bristled muzzle licking at my face. I saw her giant, sweeping legs as I followed them through high fields. She had seemed taller than a horse then. I remembered the softness of her teats, I guess. Feeding from them with my brothers and sisters. What had become of my family? I had spent every day with them, and then one day, all gone. The wolf paced back and forth now, keeping a small distance from me, its eyes ranging over the farm. Again, I saw some strange, haunting glamour in them, something that glittered with secret, distant power. The people in that house are not your family. We are. We share ancient blood, it said, its voice deep and resounding with the rhythm of wisdom. My master had a voice like this, but then he had the total authority of these alpha females. I saw with alarm two dark shapes come over the hill by the apple tree. More wolves, moving silently with heads lowered. I barked at them. You hate us and love them, but do they love you? What are you to them? Aren't you the lowest of low? Always getting the last of the food, the smallest scraps? Imagine living differently. Imagine taking your own food, killing, drinking lifeblood, being master over others. The two other wolves swung down the hill. The skin of my back tightened again, but the strange, hypnotic powers of the alpha wolf held me still. You could leave this house and come with us. We ranged the forest. We've seen rivers wider than this whole valley, mountains that go up into the clouds, lakes with no end, but the end of the world, places with no houses or men at all. You could be with us. We could be your brothers and sisters. The other two wolves came closer. They were unmistakably females, both young and well muscled. Their confidence was not absolute as the alpha's wolves, but they showed no fear as they came to me. I smelled on them a strange longing, a deep winter's desire for warmth. The alpha wolf stepped closer, close enough that her steaming breath tickled my nose. Her eyes danced with cold burning light, and she spoke in a voice that made my blood hum. Outside your life waits everything you've never known, she said. There are worlds, child. There are ecstasies. I then recognized the allure that lit her eyes, the unspeakable longing that glimmered in their depths. It had seemed this whole time to be some fantastic alien desire, reaching out to me from a distant world. Perhaps it truly was. But more simply than this, it was hunger. Plain hunger. That ancient, unsleeping hunger, older than the first fur thing that ever gave rise to the race of dogs and wolves and men. Hunger had brought this wolf across rivers and mountains, and endless frozen plains to meet me in that moment. I can still see her face, the final image of the dream before the other wolves tore into me and I died awoke. Her face with eyes that spoke of open loneliness. Her face, so noble and gentle and motherly. Her face, as beautiful and ancient as the stars.
Okay.
Great.
So this story, yeah.
Wow. That sure was a dream about being a dog, I'll tell you what.
Work.
So this story is very interesting. So I think this story is drawing a parallel to Mother Horse Eyes and the flesh interface, like how it coaxes people in. Because you know how you remember the quote, like, come onto these yellow sands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very reminiscent of how the alpha female is trying to coerce this dog. Like, come with us. You'll see worlds that you don't know. You can hunt for your own food. You can be free. The people, the family that you know don't love you. You are nothing to them. So it's trying to coerce this dog to join them, but really, like, it's all lies. The wolves were just hungry. They just wanted to eat him. They wanted to consume this dog. So they tried to deceive it to join them. And that's kind of what the flesh interface is. It beckons people in. It wants people to join the flesh interface to learn more about it, to see the truth, but really the flesh interface just sees them as food. They're just hungry and they want to eat the people that enter them. That's what this is drawing a
That is-
parallel to.
Yeah. I did notice that, again, the alpha wolf here,
Very motherly.
very, very motherly, yeah. Like, they hammer on the fact that it's very motherly.
Mhm.
So yeah, I guess that's what it is. Like, just that description of wanting to be in there, of how alluring it is, but again, it's just dangerous. It just wants to eat you alive. Wow, the original comment, the original
The original comment
post
is from a golden
is-
retriever.
golden retriever puppy in training from r/aw.
Oh, I don't like that.
What, the dog, the golden
No,
retriever puppy, or the comment?
No,
No, like the story under this post, man.
Look at this dog, guys. Look at this silly little fella. Isn't he so cute? Had a dream
so I
where
dreamt
was
about being a
dog.
dog.
Can I
And
just
I
say,
was
I
that
really
dog.
like I really like the part where the dog remembers his family, because that makes you think like, oh shit, when I adopt a dog, does it reminisce of its mother? Like, does it remember its family? Does
And
it
that-
wonder what happened to them? Like, that's so, oh, like, oh
That
man.
is makes you sad to think about, right?
Like,
Same thing with
does
like
your
cats and
dog
bunnies as well.
remember its own
Yeah.
family, like biological family? Oh, that's fucked
Damn.
up, man.
And again, for a dream, this is very detailed. For a dream, this is
Yeah, he said
how do
that like
you
it was a dream that almost like it lasted like a lifetime.
a lifetime? Yeah, like the entire dream was mostly like, oh, I live with my beautiful family. We live in a cabin, like all stuff.
Yeah, and he
Except
experiences
for
like the seasons pass. He's experiencing seasons of this,
like it's
and
almost
he
like a
remembers his
storybook.
childhood.
And then the wolves, like the wolves appear. That's the only thing that was like out of
If you make
place.
a short about this, every time you make
The
or
wolf tries to
quotes,
coerce the dog, but like at the end, they just eat him. They're just hungry.
Yeah,
it's an alpha female, right? Is what you said.
Yes,
yeah,
An
alpha
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 female.
females.
female.
Three females, and one of them was the alpha female.
Does that happen in nature? Does that usually happen, or again, is this more
What do
of
you What do you mean? What happens in nature?
I mean, yeah, isn't in nature like mostly the alpha male? So I'm
Yes.
wondering if there would be like an alpha female, if that's like that actually happens in nature.
For the most part, you actually see this. Females are typically more dominant than males, especially with bugs, like spiders, for example, right?
Yeah,
Spiders and fish. It's normally the female that are huge. Like insects, like it's normally the females that are huge, and the males are just like take what was that fish called? The one
Angler.
with the light on anglerfish. Take anglerfish for
Yeah.
example.
okay.
So in nature, I think females are just more dominant than males in a lot of species. Obviously, when it comes to like, bears, then yeah, the male is the more dominant, and lions as well. But this is interesting. I like
Yeah.
the story a lot. It draws a
Um,
parallel to how the flesh eater face coerces people in, but like there is nothing there that benefits the people that go in. It's just feeding off of them. It's just hungry and wants to eat. It's ugh.
yeah.
It's so cool.
10 out of 10. I truly felt like a dog. Bork bork.
Bork bork.
Anyways,
If
next
you,
one. Oh,
yeah, if you're going, Ram, short idea. Every time you quote or read the alpha female, just put some funk music in the background. Every time you uh read it, it's just funk music. That's
the
it.
alpha female, and it's Brazilian floor consumption. I don't know.
Yeah. No, not Brazilian funk. It's just Sigma funk,
Sigma
I
male
guess.
edits, but it's female. Sigma female edits.
Yeah, it's
Oh
just
my
basically
fucking
that.
god.
That's your short idea.
Great. Yay.
All right, what's this one? Uh, 28th post. Bleeds and sweats and pees LSD. What do you do
Hmm.
when a child who bleeds and sweats and pees LSD suddenly goes missing? We conducted a massive search, as massive as we could imagine. Fuck, as massive as we could manage. Almost every mentally elevated CIA department was involved. We didn't trust anybody else. We never trusted anybody else. Shit, we didn't even trust ourselves, considering that it was one of our own who had taken the child. We searched for about 2 months, but never really turned up any leads. Since every other returned child had died within a few days of being freed from their amniotic sac, we scaled the search down pretty quickly. It's one thing to search for somebody like Bin Laden when everybody knows when you're looking for him. It's another thing to search for somebody you had just worked quite hard to erase from official existence so you would be free to perform tests on her. We felt that the search itself was more of a security risk than the missing child, since she was almost certainly dead. There was also a feeling that maybe it was for the best. Maybe she would survive. Maybe she would have a happy life. Maybe it was best not to know her
Sakov.
fate.
Of
But
course.
then,
Of course the Sakov.
7 years later, we learned what happened. If you allow me to to if you allow me to wax philosophical for a moment, I'd like to quote a poem by Asclepius. Oh, sorry, Asclepius. Sorry if I butchered that name. That I've actually never read. Even in our sleep, pain, which cannot forget, falls drop by drop upon the heart, until, in our own despair, against our will, comes wisdom through the awful grace of God. While I'm no literary scholar, I believe this means learning can hurt sometimes. So she had survived. Her genes came up in our program to collect a global genetic snapshot, a total boondoggle, by the way. So where was she? In some Russian laboratory? Living out in the jungle, being worshipped as a god by some doomsday cult like Johnny Who? Don't know how to pronounce the last name, sorry. Floating through space in a bubble
Johnny
to
2.
Johnny 2. Oh.
H is silent.
Oh, okay. Got it. Thank you. Floating through space in a bubble to Jupiter and beyond, Estonia. She was found in Estonia, in a Swedish-speaking village in the land of Huma. She was living a normal life. Apparently, the issue with the bio-LSD had resolved itself after detachment from the placenta. Otherwise, anybody who got a kiss from her would have found themselves going on a very strange journey. She was about 13 years old at this point and had survived travel far longer than any other child. This meant she was an asset we absolutely had to obtain. She contained the secret to a survivable travel, something that had eluded us for years. It would have been it would have been convenient if she was living a life of abuse and drudgery in some orphanage somewhere. We could have simply considered her as a victim of fortune, but she was l- actually living in a little village on the edge of a beautiful forest with an old couple who had been given some phony story by our former agent. It was a nice life, quiet, maybe a little boring, but a nice one. We took her in the middle of the night back to our facility in Colorado. In the end, she wasn't a victim of fortune. She was a victim of us.
Oh my god.
Okay. So someone survived encasement. This
Yeah.
child goes through the portal and comes back encased when she was 6, and 7 years later they find her and she's 13.
Wow. Very interesting, Antlee.
So a
Nothing-
child survives encasement and
So that-
lives for another 7 years, and they find her again. Ooh.
But
So
I
basically,
wonder.
this is the same. Is this the same encasement what we mentioned before in the last
Yes, the
game of like
placenta.
the
He-
placenta
They
thing?
mentioned the placenta as well.
Yeah, they
The-
mentioned that.
Yeah.
Normally, they don't survive that, but this
And if they
one,
do, they last for like a couple months before they pass away.
yeah, and this one lasted 7 years.
Like,
Like the adults that get segmented would survive for a few months.
Yeah.
The children, the last time we heard about encasement, the person died within hours. But this child survived for more than 7 years. So there's a secret to surviving travel. So the CIA re like recaptured this child basically to see to find out what's different about her. Why did she survive? How did
A-
she survive?
Apparently, like she returned to a normal human status after a while, because again,
Yeah,
the
she
title of the post is
became
like
normal. The
she bled
LSD.
and sweat and then peed LSD, right? But then somehow it all went back to normal. Um, the bio LSD just removed itself or resolved itself. They just don't know how, and I think that's why she managed to live long enough. Because of the bio LSD just being gone from her. I think that's what made her survive.
The original
Maybe.
post is the perfect bear trap to get.
Oh wait, I wanted to see something. What the fuck is a boondoggle?
It's a waste. It's a project. It's a waste of time, like time of money.
Oh, okay. Never heard about that.
Me neither.
R/ today I learned.
Bro, this post has Alcoholics Anonymous. It has LSD. It has
In these 3 hours, we've been from r/funny, r/what the fuck, and r/
slash
today I learned,
pics.
Till
Slash
yeah.
pictures.
r/bix.
Bro, this
Uh,
has alcohol and LSD. You're trying to summon the guy on You're just trying to summon him at this point.
Today I learned that the co-founder of Alcoholics Anonymous wanted to include the use of LSD in the 12-step program, saying that it helped the user find a power greater than even to find something that could restore us to sanity. It had all the ingredients. It was all there. There is good reason to think it would work. I just from the CBC who did an audio program on this topic in October. Psychiatrist Humphrey Osmond was a transplant from England to whatever. Oh, Saskatchewan. That is in where was this again? That is in Canada.
Forget about it.
Yeah,
Forget
exactly. See,
about it.
I knew it. It's Saskatchewan. The charismatic renegade had little respect for the traditional tools of his trade, like psychoanalysis or electroshock. So Osmond and his team eventually attained 50 to 96% success rates, using LSD-assisted therapy for alcoholics, putting Canada on the map for psychedelic psychiatry. It was also Osmond who coined the word psychedelic.
Could you
Joe Rogan!
imagine? Could you imagine going from alcohol to LSD to try to curb your alcohol withdrawal? You do LSD. Oh my god.
Please get rid of alcohol
God.
from me. So there's this thing called LSD. You immediately become a flesh
Why do you?
interface.
It's you sound like what's like a Danny DeVito, bro, when you said this. So this thing called LSD.
So there's this thing called LSD. Joe Rogan just had a great podcast. Bro, what the fuck?
We got the
With-
Joe Rogan podcast. Are you fucking
With
kidding
Rick
me?
Doplin
10 years
of
ago.
the Multidisciplinary Association for Psychedelic Studies, or MAPS,
Maps.
talking about the therapeutic benefits of using MDMA and LSD for people suffering from PTSD. I think these types of methods should be studied more because they could be helpful in recovering despite public stigmas. Flesh interfaces, am I child's going missing that have LSD, am I right, fellas? Oh my god.
Holy shit. The next
Sometimes I feel Reddit is
Yeah.
encouraging me to try LSD.
don't.
No, it's
I
just
wonder where
one
this guy
comment.
is. I know. Or wonder where this guy is now.
He's a flesh interface. We just don't know where he is. He became part of the flesh interface. Oh my god.
Okay,
Sadly,
what it says here,
gamers. Huh?
it says here that it's replied to that
Hmm.
said comment. I heard the universe speaking to me the last time I did a double dose. It seems as though as 100 million voices were all speaking as one. They kept telling me to let go. That means die. I was too afraid at the time to give up control, and when they took me, instead I watched a hot tub of episode of American Dad for about 4 hours on repeat and smoke a bunch of reefer.
What is this,
Guess
man?
what, man? You are the universe. We all
Oh my-
are.
Oh my fucking god. We got Joe Rogan. We got American Dad. Oh my god, bro! What is the? What is the story? What are we doing? Oh my god! This is peak. This is truly
There's
peak
people who
storytelling.
actually did. There's people who did. Looking here, like there's people did saying that they've taken LSD. Some took in 1970,
I mean,
Thank you,
and
yeah.
Swiss scientists.
there was also a deleted user count here. That nine mother, nine horse, nine eyes should be looking over this post soon. 10 years
Hmm.
ago.
It is
Little
the
did you
perfect bear
know.
trap. It is the
Yeah,
perfect bear trap to get
because
Mother Horse Eyes to post.
it's almost too perfect. Damn it.
Why are there people trying to say that LSD is awesome? What's wrong with these guys 10
I
years
mean, it's
ago?
like people saying that marijuana is awesome once you try it. It's just people that are way too in there. It's
The
it's
way
it's
they describe LSD, the way the drug works is that it kind of gives you like an out of body experience. Like you're being enlightened basically, because you know how other drugs make you chill, other
Yeah.
drugs make you anxious, other drugs just like you're completely zonked out of your mind. LSD, the way it's described is that you're kind of like enlightened. You're kind of like having an out of body experience when you take LSD.
So when are we gonna get the LSD DLC in Schedule One, huh? Where is that? And have like the dealer as the mother horse eyes. Imagine.
oh no.
So
Oh
like your
no.
dealer.
Okay. I think we stop it here now. I do have to
Okay.
go.
Okay,
We got up till post 28 out of 99. Fuck.
that's like 10 posts
That's
from
10 posts in
people.
3 hours.
Yeah.
That was good, right? I think that was like the pace that we had.
I have
Mm-hmm.
to say, the island, Iwo Jima, that rivals the encasement entry. That was so cool.
Yeah, I was also about to say
Yes.
the same.
I
That's
think my favorite one here is either that or the underwater chamber. Talking
sadly
about
Magical
That one
Space
was
Pussy
also
is
good.
not
The
has
North,
ended up. Yeah.
with Magical Space was it's fine. I think
It
it
just
fits.
yeah, I
The
think that was
ending
the weaker
definitely
one.
fits the character. No, it fits the character
because he's a teenager.
that we're hearing from. I still think it's a
Yeah.
good story. It's the timeline of the Tree of Life in the middle of the desert, and the ending, like you can kind of just put that as like, that's just the character being our character. I think the fact that um, you were already being downplayed by the fact that you were already have the disbelief of like, oh, this guy's dead, but he's still posting on Reddit and he's being cheesy about it. Like that double whammy really is just a big turnoff for the story. But
Mm-hmm.
from a character perspective, it does make sense. Like this character would post like that,
He would write like that.
because even from the beginning of like when we first hear about him, when he first talks about the magical space pussy, we already know what type of person this is. So I think it's a okay story. I don't really hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I still like
yeah,
the
but like,
details. I still
compared
like
to
the
like the
details of
others that we read today, it is like the weaker one.
definitely. Yes, definitely. I do agree. The island, Iwo Jima, that's amazing. I love that entry so much.
Yes.
And I
Th-
want to see it as a short film. I'll be honest. I want to see that.
that would
The
be
Whatever it
so
is,
cool.
strongest
animated, live action animated, I don't care. Somebody should make that. I
So
can't make that,
please.
but somebody with like $1 million budget or something, 500,000
the
budget, please do it.
strongest moment we had was the soldiers falling back. That was and the Korean man screaming into the air as the ground rumbles from the skyscrapers of metal cylinders erecting from the ground. That was the strongest moment we had from that story. I love that part.
Holy fuck. But yeah, some good, really good stories here. There is fuck. Personally, for me, the highlight was again the underwater chamber, just because
That
it
one
had
was
Oh,
also
computers
good.
shenanigans.
if only that I was here last episode, we could have continued this. But fuck you, Converge, bitch ass fuckers.
Anyways, this stream is sponsored by Converge. Swap now.
Don't. They might be the
PLDT.
cheap. They might be the cheapest and the fastest, but the reliability is fucking dog shit.
Damn. Damn, Daniel. All right.
GG's.
GG, GG. I must go now. Thank you, gamers. See you next
Okay.
time.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
That's it for the stream, everyone. I hope you enjoyed part 2. Part 3, probably soon. Anyways, thank you so much for coming to the stream. I'm not going to thank you for all the likes. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm out of here. Actually, I don't think this outro would fit realistically. I mean, we just read Horrors VR in comprehension, but you know what? I'll let it play.